I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm just kidding. Hey, folks, Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Check this out. We're gonna. This Moose, aka Big House.
We're gonna do a live reboot.
It is too.
Live reboot.
That's
You know how we
exactly-
do. I mean, we already started at 8 CPT.
That's exactly what I meant. We did, didn't we?
Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock.
No, it's
Shout
not
out to
done,
everyone
man.
who loves us anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
yeah. Hey, I tell you what, man. Here's a cool little dope beat. All right, folks, Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We live.
We live.
So it's a live reboot here. Check out this, man. This is gonna be my brews and reviews, by the way.
Zumba, 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 zumba. I'm on the blacks and they yak. I'm on the blacks and they yak. I'm on the miles and them yak.
No, it's a good song, man.
Music is life, I ain't in the fashion of ice. I ain't in the chain snatching, ain't in the smacking the wife. Fan supported, don't ever ask him the price. If you knew you can't afford it, you better ask an advice. Stick to the point, if I ever had me a knife, y'all gas, better hope I don't never have me a lights. Meth, not the type you do in the pipe, but the type when you feel it, you know I'm doing it right. You know I spit it, but hate to love to admit it. They criticizing the lyrics, guess everybody's a critic. Look, I push the limit while rappers is pushing gimmicks. I use it to push my pen and then add it into the premise hook. Y'all still talk about it and I still live it. Underground without a shovel and still digging. It's always been about the struggle, y'all just didn't get it. My hood trouble, if y'all don't
Told
listen,
you.
Go ahead. Go ahead and cop that.
I told you, man. You know what? Go ahead and give Wu-Tang that $9, that $9.99, man. Hey, it's a Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We are live in her left boob's illuminated. We are live here in downtown Indianapolis, man.
Where it's 36 degrees.
Literally
Yes,
outside
it
and inside. Yes. Hey, I tell you what, this is
and the temperature.
This is Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. I'm the host of your show, and I tell you what, I am freshly showered, and I drove all the way to Plainfield, Indiana, and then back to Indianapolis, the city. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it kind of was a lot. I'm just going to tell you right now. Hey, we up in here, man, and I tell you what, Caddy Corner across from me is the one, the only, the star of the show, even though he doesn't act like it, man. You're the star of the show. No. Give it up for AGZ.
What's going on, man? Life's good. That's like my go-to tagline. I got to change that.
No, it's this. Some of the stuff has to be the
Yeah,
same.
that's the same, yeah.
I'm freshly showered.
Right,
I didn't
right.
pay for my shirts. Blah,
Right.
blah. I said it like 100,000
Right, you
times.
pay for that top one for sure.
I did. But like $7.88 though. I'll tell you what, man. You know what? We should probably not shop at Walmart, but how can you not shop at Walmart when you can buy we can get some X's and it's still only like less than $9.
Less than $9, man. Because
Typically, it's $2 worth of some
extra for us, for extra
Right.
fabric. They charge us extra for the fabric.
Exactly. But at
Sweet.
Walmart, somehow they don't charge you for the X's.
Is that where you get your cool socks?
No. Now, sometimes Walmart sells good socks, but most of the time I do not. That guy right there, he looked like he was like a spy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like one of those movies, where dude's like,
Oh,
I see you.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh,
that is-
Gordon Hayward, yeah.
He's done.
I told you he's messed up for a minute.
You know what's funny? Moose, when he saw it, he didn't know what was happening. He's like, and then when he saw the angle,
Yeah.
His
It's
face-
You
messed
almost
up,
threw
man.
up on that one.
yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, man, Heavy Hitters exclusive. No, everybody's seen it already before us, but Gordon Hayward's probably out for a while.
Probably all-star break.
His ankle's a little
No,
sore
it
right
might
now.
be the season.
Man,
that wasn't
that's a
good.
mess.
Hopefully, it's a dislocation.
Let's hope so.
If it's a dislocation, it's pop it back in. He'll be out for
He's
a couple
good
of
to
weeks.
go. Yeah,
But if
he's
it's
good to go.
broken,
He's out.
done.
He's
Done.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, man. The lady of the show, man. She's here.
Yes.
She's representing her long sleeves.
Yes.
It's Run EMC.
Just makes me so happy.
What's happening?
I am living the dream. You know what? It's fall, so this is my weather as a basic white girl, and I'm loving it.
That cracks.
I have my long sleeves on. It's
Right.
got a hood on it.
All you need is
It's
the
my
Uggs.
favorite.
Pumpkin everything.
Yeah, pumpkin everything.
Pumpkin everything and some Uggs. You know, tonight would be nice for those because it's a little chilly out
I
here.
saw a woman in Uggs today at Lowe's.
Look, it's
It was hot though.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
During
she
the
looks
day
silly.
Today too much.
Yeah, she
Right
looks
now,
silly.
It'd be
Yeah,
nice.
Them Uggs is like
Check this out.
funky.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening. Here's what's happening, guys. There's people like with chili fixes, like, please let me make chili, and then it gets to be 80, and they're like, I'm not making chili
Yeah.
today.
See,
That was so me. But I did finally make some though, and it was delicious. I was
The
waiting,
160-degree day.
Waiting. Oh.
What's so funky about this weather is like you don't know whether to cut the heat on, open the window, because like in the daytime
You
you're
have to
burning
do all
up.
of them.
At night you like, man, it is freezing. Like I had to break. It was like 40 degrees last night. I had to break down, cut the heat on, man.
I'm not doing.
And then
that.
I woke up in a sweat because it was like
Right.
65.
Yeah,
70
I'm not
degrees.
doing it. I'm not turning the heat on. I'm not doing that.
Like this is where you save your money because like you can literally just like float for like 2-3 months
Yeah, I'm
with
just
no
put a
electricity.
sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
And a blanket. I could use a Snuggie right now. So if anybody's
I don't
close
like
to 36 degrees and wants to bring me a Snuggie, that'd be awesome.
No, what would homeless man come up and say?
I'm kind of mad.
No, I don't
I'm
want a
kind of
homeless
mad
man
because
Snuggie.
you got to talk a little louder. Yeah, I'm mad because I actually donated a bunch of socks to Wheeler Mission, and I could have left them in a bucket like in front of my front door, and I could, hey, put them socks on because I'm not turning the heat on till around Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Put some extra socks on. Hey, I tell you what, man. Tonight, man. One of my best buddies in the world, man. He's you know, we've been coaches together, man, for a lot of years. We were parents like in preschool, you know, and kindergarten and all that, man. Private school children, man. He served in the Afghanistan, Iraq.
I'm sorry.
He served in the Iraqi war, you know, and I can tell you, man, I'm very proud of this guy, man. Give it up for Sarge, man.
What's up, everybody? Good to be
Round of
here.
applause.
Hanging out with some good people.
Yeah, man, the Sarge is in the house, man. Hey, I tell you what. So what's going on? So, I mean, first of all, your first experience with heavy hitters is they're late.
Right.
I get a text message, where are the heavy hitters? I'm on my way, you know, and I'm still here first than everybody.
Yeah, that gave me time to get some good grubs. So 36 degrees. So
There you go. That's right. See, that's how you do it, man. All right, so, hey, I tell you what. We are going to get into the show tonight, man, and I want to get you some real feedback from you, my man. This is why the Sarge is here. First of all, I want to hang out with him. Second of all, I want him on the show. And third of all, is there a third of all? Is that a real thing?
I think you made it up.
Yeah.
All right. Third of all, I want his honest opinion, man, on some of the things that are happening today. So some of the new issues that are happening today. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Hey, so, all right. So today we're going to talk about. Obviously, we got to talk about Trump and all the stuff that's happening with him. There's a few different things going on with him. The NBA season is back, folks. It's funky
not back
fresh
for
in the
Gordon
flesh. yeah. Shout out to Butler University, man, and the Celtics because Gordon Hayward's sitting down.
I mean, it's like his first big game. Like he played in Utah. It's a good season. It's like
Nobody paying attention.
Nobody paying
He's on the
attention.
stage.
On the stage.
Yeah, he's on the stage. LeBron's on the field. I mean, on the court.
Everything.
Have you guys seen that commercial where the guy's like, "Hey, it's you got to
yeah,
check him." He's
the
like,
Verizon.
wrong sport."
Yeah, Verizon. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What you going to say, Sarge?
I was gonna say he didn't make it out of the first quarter.
Is that what is that happened early in the game?
Early in the game.
Oh man, it didn't look right. I'm gonna tell you right now, it did not look right.
His foot was turned the opposite direction.
His ankle's in an angle where it did not supposed to be. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so Trump came out and said that he's the only president in the last several years that have talked to what's it called, the Gold Star families,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So real quick, Sarge, can you tell us about the Gold Star families? What does that mean?
Gold Star families are the family of service members being killed in action.
Okay, all right. And so, what he said was that no other president has called them, talked to them, checked in with them, and what have you. And I'm talking about going back to Bush and everybody. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's. I'll let Sarge go first.
I don't know. I didn't really hear him what he said,
Yeah.
but I highly doubt that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. I think I've seen every president say something about some service members and go around doing some good things, talking to families. So
Right.
me, I don't know if that's actual. So I don't believe that's the case. So I think every president has taken on that role as commander in chief and did their duties what they're supposed to.
Yeah,
And that's one of them.
That's the funny part. I think that I don't even know how you come out and say that because for sure. I mean, we've seen Bush. We've seen both Bushes there. All those guys been in wars. Both Bushes and Barack have all been president during wars in the last little bit, right?
Yep.
And we've seen them hugging families or calling people or talking to them
Going
and all
to
that
VA
kind of stuff.
hospitals.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, Jeezy, what's your thoughts on that?
His explanation was that someone told him that they didn't do it. That's what he said.
He's gonna blame it on somebody
Well,
else.
but the thing is, like, I don't know why we're surprised. He already said that he doesn't like read or people just whenever somebody tell him something, he just go out there and so Ron come in and tell me anything, and I'll just go out there and then speak it as fact, and that's what I'm gonna roll with.
You should do that anyway if I tell you something because it
Yeah.
is a fact.
So he already said that. So somebody obviously told him that, hey, nobody has done this but you the first one. So he goes out there and that's what he says.
What in the world?
He doesn't fact check. He doesn't,
Now, is it because he's a businessman and he's just used to having people as yes men?
He's used to that. I mean, when he got elected, they said that one of the things about Trump is that he listened to the last person he talked to. So people will literally sit around and wait to be the last one to have his ear so they can get whatever they want pushed through. So who's ever the last one there, well, all right, that's real. Okay, cool. We're going to run with it.
That's what we're going to do. Oh, my God.
Well, here is an excerpt from the interview that he did. So Trump said, I mean, you could ask General Kelly, did he get a call from Obama? You could ask other people. I don't know what Obama's policy was. I write letters, and I also call. And then he goes on to say, so the traditional way, if you look at President Obama and other presidents, most of them didn't make calls. A lot of them didn't make calls. I like to call when it's appropriate, when I think I'm able to do it.
That's how everybody makes calls.
So that was part of the interview that he did
Okay.
that has caused all of this.
Was it on Hannity and Combs? Was it the Fox News interview with Sean Hannity?
Yes.
Sarge, you had a thought about that? What's up?
Only thing I can think of is, do they even keep a record of a president calling a family? You know what I mean?
Maybe there's
You
like
know
a
what?
log
How can you
somewhere.
bring that up? You know?
I'm sure there's a call log somewhere, maybe, but I can't imagine. Somebody paying attention to it like real strictly. You know?
Yeah, I can't. He would. Before I make a statement like that, I think I would know.
I'd have to pay attention to all of
Yeah,
it.
because that's kind of disrespecting the last guys before. No matter what your political affiliation was, you got to pay the respect to
pay
those
the
guys
respect.
too. You know?
Right. Just get a piece, man. Quit looking at him.
Trump also said that he has called virtually every family, and that if he hasn't written them a personal letter, it's going out tonight, and he'll be calling them, but he wants a little time to pass.
So wait.
I want to know what virtually means.
That's what I was stuck on. Virtually. I
That's-
play a
that
lot of
seems
video games
subjective.
virtually too.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Seems
man.
a little subjective.
Hey,
to me.
Heavy's radio show. And, all right, so besides that, they got this war on opiates, right? And
Yes.
and the guy that they were picked to be the drug czar, like the new drug czar, is like, yes, I want to do it. And so you know what the first thing they do? They start fact checking your background. Come to find out, he wrote legislation to push more movement in the opioid business.
Yeah.
And they were like,
That seems like the perfect fit. I don't know why they don't want him to be
he was
the czar.
trying his best to get in the position to make it happen. It sounds like to me.
Who's running this stuff, man? Like nobody thinks like that anybody gonna fact check anything.
It's false news.
Dude, I hate that. I hate that. The Onion is the only fake news, man. If it's on CNN, Fox, it's real news with their spin, but it's real news.
Of course. There's always a bias.
Yeah, but it's
That
real
doesn't mean
news.
it's not true.
Not true.
Right.
It's just with their spin, whatever on it.
That's crazy, man. I don't understand how.
So,
I don't understand how.
So yeah,
That's cool, right?
Yep.
Is that cool?
what's cool?
I don't know, man.
I thought you weren't going to drink soda.
Yeah, but it's Tuesday.
We're
What
going to
the
do an
heck?
intervention for you.
Heavy hitters. Hey, all right. So
So good.
That's
we
some
talk about the
special
drugs.
soda.
Coke is like
We
the best.
talk about
Coke
the
is the
drugs.
best. As we're talking about the drugs.
Oh, hey, you
Here
know
we
what?
go.
I can't wait to go back and isolate that. I'm sorry. What did you say, Jeezy? Yes, Coke is the best. Yes. All right. As we talk about the opioid,
It is, right.
I mean,
we
it
talk
was just so
about
perfect.
Right. Coca-Cola.
yeah, it's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late. And here's the thing: it's like you know what, folks? Who needs that new stuff?
Yeah.
Coke is the best.
Coke is the best.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, all right. So I tell you what, man. As we get further into the show, man, we definitely got to talk about the fact that there's still this growing tension with the United States and North Korea. However, from what I understand, they're starting to back off of it now, and it's starting to be, hey, you know what? We really don't want trouble like we were talking about. So we're kind of just kidding, okay?
Well,
and so, what do you guys think about that? Now, no, go ahead,
I'll let
Gigi.
him-
then. All right.
I was just going to say, who said they're kidding? You know, I mean, who's backing off, I guess.
So somebody in our administration now. It's not Trump and it's not what's his name? Is it not Mattis, but
Mattis?
Mattis? Yeah, it's not one of those two. But they're saying, hey, you know what? We're kind of backing off. We really don't want the trouble like that. What do you think?
Man, it's a tough subject for me. You know,
From your perspective, what do you think? I mean, should we go over there and smack them around, or should we leave them alone?
smack the players around. I mean, no, they got the right to do that kind of thing. But for me, I don't necessarily for what the flag means, the anthem, all that means. You know, I've been in 21 and a half years, so when I think about that flag, I think about all the guys I served with, and the military is the most diverse employer in the world. When I first got in, I served with people from everywhere. So when I think about what that means, I think about those guys and everybody in this country, to be honest with you. That's why I served. There wasn't one group of people that I was like thinking, you know, this is why I want to do this. You know, it was for everybody. You know, I grew up, you know, pretty, you know, boys club. I remember every dude I ever played ball with, and it's pretty diverse. And so that's what it means to me. It's a tough subject. Only thing I think about the players, man, only thing I wish I could see is what I think ESPN's doing a bad job. Because you watch, that's all you see the guys doing is kneeling. How about, you know, some ESPN and some other guys show me what's going on behind the scenes? What are they doing to pull guys like me into, you know, to help with the cause? I understand it. I agree with it. I know there is issues like that. And I want somebody to step up and inspire me, basically.
Well,
Say, look, this is what we need to do.
well, see, that's,
How do we conquer that? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I'm just looking for somebody to say, hey, this is what we need to do.
Well, I think, first of all, the media has done a good job of taking and spinning it to where it's somehow disrespecting the flag. It's like that's
I agree.
That's the agenda they pushing. It's like, no, it's not. And every player has come out and said it's not against the flag. They're protesting the fair treatment of minorities in this country for the police brutality, whatever. That's what their protest. It's not about the flag. It's not disrespecting the flag, but for every protest, I mean, protest by design is to make people feel uncomfortable. By design, that's what it's supposed to do, and that's what it's doing. It's making people uncomfortable. It's kind of like drawing a line in the sand kind of deal. So I mean, but it's pushing forward the conversation. Unfortunately, like what Sarah said, is we're not seeing. Now, granted, if you go on the internet, you see all kinds of stuff that they're doing, but mainstream media is not pushing the effect of what's going on behind the scenes as much.
So I got a question for you. So are these your guys, Sarge and Jeezy? So are these millionaires giving money to educate police officers? Are these millionaires giving money to educate young black children?
Colin Kaepernick is, for sure. Like he if you follow him on Twitter, you follow what he's doing, like he's definitely like following everything that he's saying, like out here in these streets. Like he's doing it. As far as everybody else they doing, I don't follow them, so I can't really say what they're doing.
But that's what we talked about earlier. That's good for ratings to create controversy. So
Right.
That's why it's not being shown, because I think there are a lot of guys out there doing a lot of good,
But they don't want to.
but we don't see it.
We don't see it. So all you see these players on Sunday taking a knee, and then as they talk about it for 30 minutes, and they go about their day for the rest of the week.
Matter of fact, I've seen a lot of times they're not even showing that part of the game anymore.
Well, Fox stopped airing the anthem. They just stopped it altogether. It was like,
All right, so here's my thing, man. Now and here's something that the heavy hitters have talked about before. You'll find this interesting. It used to be we always had somebody like in the church, like some reverend. We had Jesse Jackson. Recently we had what's the boy that was taking selfies?
Al
He's skinny
Sharpton.
now. Yeah, we had Al Sharpton maybe trying to step up a little bit here and there, but then past that, we had some very prominent pastors and preachers. Man, we had Martin Luther King Jr. We had Malcolm X. I'm sorry.
Reverend Abernathy.
So we've had all these folks, man, stepping up, and we don't have that anymore.
Well, what happened is people caught on to the hustle, man. All outside of Martin Luther King, I won't call him a hustler, but like Jesse Jackson and Al, them guys was hustlers, man. Like all they would do is pretty much go to these cities and enrage the people, then go to the other side and be like, look, if you pay me money, I'll make sure it go away. They get paid off, and they disperse.
You don't know that.
No, that's exactly what happens. Dog. That's exactly.
You have zero proof. You sound like Fox News.
I wish we had some show prep.
Jeezy's Fox News.
No,
You're the Fox News of the heavy hitters.
No, that's exact. That's why people don't follow it no more, man. That's the exact hustle. Though. You ain't know that?
No, I never heard that.
Man, that's exactly what goes on.
And the Earth is flat. Earth is flat, and they're controlling the weather.
Dude, that's exactly what goes on. And people was mad because when the thing happened in Ferguson, Sharpton was there. And raised the people, got his money. Then when the case went down, he wasn't even there when the trial happened. He wasn't even there.
If all of that is true, that makes me really sad.
It's a hustle, man. You make money off this stuff. Al Sharpton's the face. Every time every time he appears on TV, it's paid. All them paid appearances, man. All that stuff is paid. Man.
You know what? I
it
totally
ain't free.
get that.
It's the hustle, man. And so what happened is people caught wind of that, and they like, no, we ain't doing that no more, man. Forget having people speak for a group.
Here's my point. The NFL guys are in position to challenge the public to say, hey, there is some injustice. They have a platform, they have a place, they have position,
and have influence.
They have influence both via television and whatnot,
all of that,
and money.
See, the only thing that bothers me is I don't think much is going to get done because I don't think social media helps. Because I think people get on there and they can type their little comment and think, I did something. I personally don't think – I think the politicians on both sides, I think they have us where they want us because they want a divided country like this because they're base, and that's how they get the power. It's not really about the people.
That's
I don't
why
think until we have 1 million people in Washington, D.C. standing in the streets – saying this is what's going to happen and telling them, not asking or voting for a guy that's going to promise you something, I don't think nothing's going to change.
Nothing's going to change.
Sorry, that's why he's here, baby.
I've been saying that for a while.
That's my friend, by the way.
It's legit.
That's my friend, by the way, guys.
Like the whole point of the thing is to keep people divided. So as long as we divided, laws and things are passed. Like, do you know right now there's 9 states that as of January 2001, you would need a passport to fly. Domestically, there's 9 states, and nobody's talking about that.
That don't make no sense.
Kentucky, it's Kentucky, New Jersey.
I don't need a passport to go to
Kentucky. See something about that.
You would need they would need a passport to go to travel to go out of their own state.
That's baloney. They can drive across the.
They would need a passport. I'm telling you, dude. Like this is stuff that's happening in the news that we're not paying attention to because we're so blind. It's because they haven't. It's the ID Act that passed in 2014. So all states have to be compliant with the new ID system. You know, our ID is like now when you use your license, you can't smile. You got to have a little facial recognition stuff. Well, these 9 states was like they ain't doing it. So because they're not complying with the government mandate, then it's like, look, if you want to fly, you want to use air travel, this kind of stuff, you don't need a passport as your identification. Your license would not be valid.
Okay. Does it make us safer?
What does that mean? Safer?
What
does that mean? Dog, I hate that, dog.
I'm the
what
guy.
Does that mean?
1 second, relax. I'm the guy from Kentucky that's ready to blow up all the stuff. So I want to.
How's that going to stop you, though?
Because I got my passport now, at least you know who I am and all that. You right? Is that not the right or not? Is that not the case?
That's right. I want you to understand this. Okay.
I'm asking.
Vegas was a tragedy.
I'm asking for a friend.
Vegas was a tragedy, right? We can all agree that Vegas was a tragedy.
Yes.
However, there are 300 million people in the United States. We cannot let the act of one person change the way 300 million other people live, man. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Whenever something happens, we don't look at it as, oh my God, this happens. And now everybody, the way we live, now going to a hotel, everything that I do at a hotel will change because of one idiot decided that whether he was a long range or not, but like will change the way that I live, man. That's garbage, man. That one person or one event can change the way for the masses. There's 300 million people in this country. And we let the acts of like 5 people change everything.
It's political.
It's political.
That's money and power. They can use that to get some other agenda in.
Yeah, exactly. To take more of what we'll say to make you feel safe. Like, people been getting shot in Hallville forever. Do you feel less safe in Hallville?
I'm all right.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. You all right? You cool?
Because I'm kind of gangster a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, they rile up their base. They rile up these people, and then everybody like, we need to feel safe at the airport. Like, really, taking off my shoes? Like, really, I got to take off my shoes and my belt and go to this cancer machine to get on the plane?
Did you know if you pay extra money, then you don't have to go through that?
Exactly. It makes
so
no
for people,
sense.
It's for people who fly a lot.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense that, you know what, I can't take my water in, but then as soon as I go past the little security, I can get water.
I saw that.
That's the hustle. It's a hustle, man. We are so blind because when people like moves, I want to feel safe. So somehow my 16-ounce Dasani gonna take down the plane.
It might.
You know what I mean?
It used to be that the cell phone would take it down
Every now
too.
and then, my 16-ounce Dasani could take down a plane.
Take down a big man.
Man.
I'm telling you right now, they would do it and do some damage.
You know what I mean? But I always go back to Benjamin Franklin. Those who sacrifice freedom for security deserve neither, man. And I believe in that, man.
It makes me so happy when you quote that.
You know what I'm saying? I believe in that, dog. Like, when September 11th happened, everybody was all panicking. Then September 12th came, they had a 10,000-page document ready. Like, what? You had a 10,000-page document ready the next day? Like what? Come on, man. And our lives changed on that day. September 12th, man, everything changed, dog. Your freedom was gone, like everything you say. And now they say Trump trying to get rid of MSNBC, take MSNBC's license to do news, man. Come on, man. What is y'all see nothing wrong with that?
How do you do that? Is that real?
Yes, he's trying to take away.
No, but can you do that?
We're finna find out. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't believe that could happen. It's happening right now, man. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, I don't like what you say. So, you know what? I'm gonna shut your whole organization down. Well, you can't talk bad about me.
That's who he is as a human being.
But we're allowing that to happen because we're so busy.
But don't you think a lot of politicians either way would like to do that?
Absolutely.
Anybody that they criticizing them, they would like the ability to do that.
Absolutely, but that's what the media original job was, to protect us from that. To say, you know what, we are the voice of the people, like we are the voice. But then somehow it became once news became privatized and became a business.
They've all aligned.
Then it changes everything. Back when we was growing up, news was just based. News wasn't owned by anybody. It was owned by individual organizations. That was it. It wasn't like Viacom owns ABC, Disney owns ABC, or Fox is owned by Comcast, whatever it is. So all these companies own the news, so they can promote whatever they want to promote. Not even Facebook will shut you down for saying anything remotely like anything. They're like, no, we don't like that. Flag it, you out.
That's true.
Come on, man. Like, we living in Cuba right now, man. We talk about Cuba and China, dog. Like, this is The United States is turning into that, man. You can't say nothing. Our podcast probably going to get cut off.
Does it make us safer?
No, it makes us slaves, man.
So how do we change?
Yes, to
Oh
the
my
masses,
God.
dog. Yes, not the traditional with the
Not
whips.
like him.
Not the traditional slavery, but slave of debt, slave of your country, man. That's what it's making us right now, dog. It's turning into that.
So
When they'll say, Moose, you can only make X amount of dollars. Moose, you can only do this on this day, and you have to go here and you have to go do this. That's where it's heading, man.
a lot of times, business owners, that's what they say. Hey, man, here's what we're doing. We're doing this, this, and this. That's business owners, right? That's how they do it. That's how they make it happen.
But you don't want your country ran like that. You want to have freedom to come in on Tuesday and do the show, right?
I'm sorry?
You want to have the freedom to come in and do the show on Tuesday, right? Would they be
Right.
like, know what, nationwide curfew, man. Everybody got to be home by 10.
Well, then we just had to start early. We'll be in trouble. We
Yeah.
had to start early.
You know what I'm saying? But that can happen. That's what I'm saying. That can happen.
So as the people of the country, what do we do?
Damn, how do we fix it?
We
Good job, bro.
we have let it get out of control, man.
But we
Well,
are supposed to have the power, right?
But we
So
don't.
how
We
do
don't. It's an
we
illusion.
fix
All
it?
All
right,
right,
so-
gave
so
it up.
Matt Sarge.
I think we've given up a lot, like we're talking
Gave up
about.
our freedom. We gave it all
Because
up.
everybody, like I said, they just want to get on social media and think I did something and walk away and go home because they're comfortable right now until like he's saying, it might get worse, and then people might wake up,
Wake up.
and then it might be too late.
Cause I'll give you an example. When I was in the training, one of the guys was in the military, and he used to protect the governor's office in Tennessee. He said when he first started, he was like, people could come and go to your congressman. People be able to walk into your congressman and complain. Like, walk in, I don't like this, and I don't like this, I don't like that, and be able to complain. He said, then he noticed, like, he came to work one day, and it was like gates up.
Yep.
And it was like armed security. Like, wait a minute, like, you work for us. Like, I don't work for you. You work for me. So I don't have to have an appointment to come see you. You work for me. I can see when I want to see. I can walk in, but somehow it said over time, it said everything changed.
Because it's dangerous. I mean, the cats got shot practicing softball. They was out there practicing softball and got shot up.
That's one time out of 100.
That's enough.
No, it ain't enough. It happened one time in the whole history of the country.
I'm going
Somebody
to tell
got
you
shot
right
in a
now.
softball game.
Hold on 1 second. Check this out. We say, hey, this Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We're at 36
East.
Washington Street. Come check us out. We're at Bar
36.
36. Every Tuesday, we're live, blobbity, blobbity, blah. And the second that we really piss somebody off, because the people follow us all over the country, right? Hey, man, shout out Virginia. Shout out Washington, D.C. Shout out California. Shout out Canada, man. All you folks up in Canada. Shout out everybody in Indianapolis, man, listening. Man, we absolutely love y'all. Please don't go crazy and come fucking shoot us.
Moose.
Pineapples.
No, pineapples. But listen, here's what I'm saying, though. A cat can be listening to the show and honing in, and be sitting over there somewhere and just beep, 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 just tear this
But
joint up.
let me ask you a question, though. So if you drive your car and have an accident, are you going to drive again? Or are you going to give up driving?
It's not an accident when
I'm
somebody
not- I'm not-
purposefully shoots
I'm not,
somebody else.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, I'm saying these cats got opportunity to come and fill us up.
Yeah, so if it was a shooting down at rock bottom, are we not doing the show next week?
I'm out. I'm not coming here.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about if they shooting here.
Okay, if they shooting here,
I'm not coming.
we're not doing the show next week?
No, fuck no.
So the
man.
podcast is done. Or we
No,
doing it from the compound?
You know how it go. I mean, who knows, Mike, what happened?
No, but
If somebody starts shooting at us, but
true.
all I'm saying is, I do want it to be safer for folks in the United States.
do you not?
So you know what? Here's what happens. It takes us right into the what's that Second Amendment? That's gun. That's
Yes.
gun. That's guns, right? I mean, so are guns okay? I mean, do you need to? Does everybody need to have a gun that makes it safer? You know what happens, Sarge? A lot of times, man, there's guys, like there'll be some pilgrim dudes, right? That rock their gun on the outside of their pants. It's big as day. They got the Confederate flag on their hat. And some of them don't. By the way, some of them don't. but they got the gun on the outside of their pants. Is it better to rock the gun on? Is it better to rock your sidearm on the outside of your pants, or have it concealed? What do you guys think about that?
For me, it don't bother me either way. I've seen guys do it both ways. It don't bother me walking up to see a guy. If he's got it on the hip and I see him in a restaurant, I figure he's just like me and you.
True story.
He got it on his hip. He's all right with it. And if he's getting some food, I ain't too worried about it.
Right.
So, I believe in the Second Amendment. Everybody should be able to,
But I will say this about the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, when it was written, the guns was literally like put some gunpowder in the gun, punch down with a little stick, and pow, one shot. The Second Amendment, I think they didn't envision or had a concept of a semi-automatic weapon, and when they drew up the Constitution and say, you know what?
So you don't agree with the Second Amendment?
I don't think that you should have an arsenal of automatic weapons.
Well, what's the definition of an arsenal? How many weapons
So,
can I have? Is there a limit?
Yeah, it should be
is
a
there,
limit.
Is there
It
a
should
type
be a-
of
it should
limit?
be
Can
a
I
limit.
only have two
Or-
pistols and
Well,
one
a
long gun? Like,
handgun
how does
is
it
one
work?
thing. You should not be able to have a full arsenal of weaponry. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
What if I'm
why
a
is
collector?
it?
That doesn't mean I'm shooting them all.
It shouldn't be as easy. Do you know it's easier to get a gun than it is to get two boxes of Benadryl?
That's false.
You can't. You can.
You got to do a background check if you buy it new.
If you go to the pharmacy, if you
And you have to wait
if
like
you go
3
to the
days.
pharmacy, you cannot get like five. Like go in there and try to get 5 boxes of Benadryl and see what happens. You're not getting 5 Benadryls.
Okay,
not-
but that
so-
doesn't mean it's easier to purchase a gun.
Yes, it is. It's way easier to purchase a gun than it
Here's
is.
what he's saying: if you purchase a rifle, you walk out with it.
You walk out with it. You shouldn't be
Purchase a
able to.
handgun, you gotta wait a little
Yeah,
bit.
wait, but
maybe.
what I'm saying is you shouldn't be able. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have it, but make it hard. Like, it shouldn't be as easy as like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get that one right there. Cool. Let me go to Dick's Sporting Goods and pay my little money, and I'm gonna walk out the store with it. It shouldn't be that easy, man. But go in and go to Walgreens and just grab 5 Benadryl and check out. You're not doing it.
Are you sure it's Benadryl? For sure, Sudafed there is.
Well, Sudafed.
limit on.
One of the. It's still medication. At the end of the day, it's medication. You're not walking
All right,
over the
okay,
counter.
fine.
You're not doing it. They're not letting you do it. Go in there and get like 5 whiteouts.
I believe in everyone's Second Amendment right. I don't mind how people carry if it's open or concealed. However, if I were to, I would carry concealed because I feel as though if some psycho person comes in where I am and they see a pistol on my hip, I might get taken out first, and I would like to not get taken out first. So I would conceal my weapon.
Let me ask y'all this. When it comes to guns, crazy is crazy. We don't agree with that, right?
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
if somebody going to shoot up something, it don't matter if you got a gun or not. They going to shoot it up.
Well, also, if you're crazy and you don't have access to weaponry because, there's stricter gun
My
laws,
point-
then you're still going to find a way to hurt people or do whatever you need to do.
That's my point. My point is this: there's been crazy people since the beginning of time. The world is no less safer than it was when I was a kid growing up. The only difference is we got more news,
Right, it's more publicized.
more public. Like we get news from Detroit. I can get news from New York. When I grew up, I got news from Aetna. That was about it. I didn't know who the governor of Indiana was. Growing up, I knew Mayor Hatcher was our mayor, and that was it. All my
Right,
news
your
came from
local people.
all my news came from whatever Chicago had going on. I just assumed that okay, that's Chicago. I got no Indianapolis news whatsoever.
So what's your solution to guns?
I think that it should be. You shouldn't be able to get an arsenal of weapons. I mean, what I mean by arsenal, like it should be no more than 5. That's a lot too, but you can't have like 5 like semi-automatic weapons in your house as your possession.
Because we was talking about earlier, the government trying to protect us.
Protect it, but
And now you're kind of saying
I
the government should protect
know,
us.
right? I know. I'm like on both sides of the fence. Or do this. How about raise the price of ammunition? If ammunition was $100 a case, yeah, I'm less likely to waste ammunition.
So
The bullets the price of the bullet need to go up.
for what reason?
I think bad guys will still get it though.
But you be less like you be more strategic with your shots. I'm not. If I do the 500, people gonna cost me $500. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like Like, I was like, man, is he worth that $500 it's gonna cost me to kill him? Like, it ain't worth it. So,
See, I think the big issue is, you go in and get your background check. I think most people will buy it legally right off are good.
Right.
What happens is when they turn around and sell that to some dude just anywhere walking down, hey, you want to buy this? I'm got to get rid of it. I got to make some money. Then that's where the problem starts.
I agree. I think. Here it is. I got a solution for you. I think your gun need to be like your iPhone. When you register that gun, it goes to your fingerprint or your scan or your whatever.
It does already.
No. Your gun, your actual gun. Not everybody. There's plenty of guns that don't have no kind of nothing.
I mean, the ones on the black market do, but I mean,
when I go to the gun show, I put up many Rugers and many pumps, and none of them have a fingerprint, nothing on there. I'm talking about like my phone to unlock it, I had to have my fingerprint to unlock it. It's registered to me.
Oh,
if anybody else take my phone, they got a brick. It ain't working. That's your solution. Your phone is registered to your gun is registered to you, and you can't sell it unless.
Hey, we got a call. Go ahead.
And if you want to sell it, you have to take it back to where you got it from having unregistered and then register the next person that you're selling it to.
Yeah.
And that would take down a lot because now it's all fingerprint. Like for this gun to work, your fingerprint has to register with that gun.
Only problem I see with that, you buy a pistol or something and you have in your house for your protection. Mm-hmm. You're gone. Maybe your wife needs to get that for something.
No.
How's she gonna?
No, what I'm saying is like my wife. I can have her fingerprint on my phone.
Yeah,
so basically you have like her fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is on that phone who's in the house. It works for in that house, but nobody else it works for.
Right.
Man, we might have came in and go on Shark Tank with that.
There you go. You invent that, you make some money.
But I just feel like I don't like the word safe. Like I don't like that because I mean the world is no different than what it was, except for news, and they use scare tactics
And that's political, man, because that's the politicians. They want to do that because to me there's always an underlying thing that's going to make them some money and get to some power.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what it's all about.
How many of these guys are millionaires? Are supposed to be representative of the people.
It's about power.
And why they want to? If I was a millionaire, I don't think I'd want the job. I'd want to live, be living large down somewhere nice.
You ever watch that show, House of Cards?
Yeah.
One of the lines he said in that show, he was like, "You know what? People want money, but I want power."
Yep, exactly.
And I don't confuse it too.
Yep.
And I was like, "Wow, that's a strong statement." Like I don't care about money. I want power. Power is way more valuable than money.
Who you talking about?
In House of Cards, a little line he said about him being a politician. He said he want the power. He don't care about money. He want power.
All right.
And he said those who chase money, they don't understand. I forget what the whole total quote was, but
sure.
But basically he was like,
"Hey,
what's up?
Go ahead." No,
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say, to me, do you all really think there's really just two parties and you either agree one
Heck
way or
no.
the other? Because we're
Heck
sitting
no.
here, I think we all got some different things we can all agree on, and why can't we? Because
they don't want that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They don't want that. Because I talked about it on Facebook the other day. I said it's amazing how like in today's world, like we don't want to have a conversation with nobody. Like it's like as soon as you disagree with me, I delete you.
Exactly.
So now you got a bunch of people, yes people who view things the same way you do, and you never see the other side of anything. I was like, and plus people don't understand how the news and Facebook and Google work. All they doing is feeding you what you like. Yep. They feed. So if you never see the other side, then you only seeing what you like. So if you're a Trump supporter, then all you seeing is pro-Trump stuff. You're not getting the other side. If you're a Trump non-supporter, all you getting is all the negative Trump stuff. So you never seeing the other side of the news. So nobody there needs to be a middle where you getting both sides of the good he's doing and the bad. It's a balance. But if you anti-Trump, all you getting is negative news. Yep. And if you talk to somebody who supports Trump, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because they never see it. They never see that side of the news.
I'm with you on that.
So, I mean, it's all propaganda, man, but we all sheep, so we don't follow, we don't open our eyes and see the whole story anyway. We just see what's fair to us. And that's...
You're right, man. Like you said, you can't go up to the State House and talk to a rep.
You can't
do that. So what's your only alternative? Wait till the next election. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. And then but then when they get in, ain't nothing going to change. I mean, it's the same, because they all answer to somebody.
Hey, guess what, guys, man? I actually missed, like, we had several calls, and I missed one. Hey, but I tell you guys, right now, man, we have, I was trying to come up with a nickname for him. He's one of my buddies. He's going to come to the show tonight, but he couldn't. So, what did I say? The hoops trainer, basketball trainer, BT, yeah. Hey, we got BT in the house, man. You should say what's up to BT.
What up, BT?
What's up?
BT, you on there? Talk to me now.
Is the volume up on the phone?
Yeah, I got it up.
I mean, it's up on there.
Talk to me, BT.
You guys there?
There you go. All right, hey, I tell you what,
see
man.
This Gordon Hayward injury.
Yes, we saw it, and it's ridiculous. Did you? Were you watching it? What happened?
Yeah, I threw up in my mouth just a little bit. He went up to catch a lob, came down, his ankle went sideways, his heel touched his knee. I mean, it's bad.
Yeah, Paul George there.
Is he done for the year?
Oh, I mean, they say a sprained ankle is worse than a broken ankle,
Hell
but after
no.
looking at it, I can't believe that to be true.
There is no way the ankle was sprained.
No, I saw. I mean, his ankle had a different trajectory than his leg. There's no question that.
Yeah, it was a 90-degree angle from his tibia.
Oh gosh, man. Hey, so hey guys. All right, so let me give you a little bit of background on BT, man. BT played high school basketball. He's about where you go about?
Whoa,
Where you go
don't
about
stop there.
6'4"?
Keep going.
Where you go about
Keep
6'4"?
going.
Oh, you about 6'4",
6'4".
BT? Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't just play high school
And
basketball.
he
I
also,
kept playing.
I'm sorry, I haven't got there yet. He also played college basketball,
Say he played
guys.
on the JV squad. That was it.
No, he played college basketball. He actually has some videos out. He actually has some videos out that some training videos that are pretty cool. I checked them out, and so BT got out there. It was Franklin. He played at Franklin College, man. Hey, so where are you? Small forward, power forward?
I played the 4 in high school, and I went to play the 1 in college. So
What? How you
Yeah.
go from the 4 to
Yeah.
the point? You were from in the paint to control the
because
show.
I was shorter than everybody else.
Man, you went to a small high school to a big college.
No. So I went to a big high school, to a small college. But
That's
we had 2 6'11s, some 6'5s, some 6'6s, and I ended up being the small guy.
That's all right. He's tall. He's a tall guy. All right. So BT, man, I'm so glad you called, man. Here so far we have talked about kind of gun control and stuff like that, but we are going to switch topics though and get into the NBA and the sports, NFL. By the way, real quick, you listen to Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. This is Moose, aka Big House, man. Right now we got A Jeezy in the house. Run EMC. She had to make a run. She went hooked the brother up, so she's doing good. And we got the Sergeant in the house, man, the Iraqi war veteran.
Thank you for your service, man.
Hey, man.
Got it.
Yeah, for sure. And don't kneel around this motherfucker, because he'll choke you. Like, don't kneel around him.
Don't even tie your
Seriously.
shoe.
That's not
Yeah.
true.
Don't even tie your shoe.
Yeah. But matter of fact, I put it up in my, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them fat guys where when I tie my shoe,
It's always
like the lace is like on the inside. You know what I mean? You ever seen people tie their shoe and like the lace is in the middle? Mine is on the inside. So my right leg is towards the left, and then my left leg is towards the right, like the bow.
Yeah. I want
Because
to
I'm fat.
ask Sarge a quick question because Aaron Rodgers posted a picture. I don't know if you saw
Hey, hold
it.
on, real quick. Hey, BT, can you hear us talking?
Oh yeah.
All right, outstanding. All right, go.
Yeah, I want to ask Sarge a question. Aaron Rodgers posted a picture, and I thought this was like one of the most telling pictures that no one talks about. It was doing one of the anthem, and it was kneeling, but the cameraman, all three of them, was kneeling, filming the players.
They're working.
Like, wait a minute.
They're working.
But wait a minute. Like, how does that work?
I already answered your question.
Man, that's
The players are working too, right?
Right, the players are working too.
yeah.
Not during the anthem, they're not.
But I mean, so how? And then the concession workers, everybody's working. People still walking around. Like, I think people got caught up in everything and realized, like, wait a minute, like, are we being a little overblown with this?
I don't think they are. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Because, like, literally, like when the anthem comes on and like you going to get some nachos, you going to use the bathroom.
Right, we all at home.
Yeah, people don't stop.
We all at home. We sitting down. Hey, Martha, give me another beer, would you?
If your girl named Bartha, you got bigger issues.
Say what?
It's political, man. Like you said, they're making a controversy. It makes a story. It gets ratings. It makes money.
Well,
And
actually,
then we lost the message. What's bothering me?
that's what it is. The message has been lost, and
So it's morphed into
something
people don't even know us about.
Don't
now.
even know us about. We're so far gone from we don't even know what it is.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, something else has to change now. How we get back
To the
owner message. Yeah.
message.
How we do it.
But
Hey,
but you know what's funny? That's the owners and players met today to talk about that.
no. Here's the big controversy. Is that Kaepernick filed a lawsuit against all 32 owners
Collusion.
for collusion.
He's absolutely right.
All right, BT, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, here's the thing. Stand for the anthem. The free cap. Have you seen Brian Hoyer play? He's awful. But the collusion is so hard to prove because you got to prove that 31, not 32 teams, 32 teams because the Packers are owned by 7,000 Wisconsin, people. But you've got to prove that 31 teams had a meeting and decided they weren't going to hire. They should file a lawsuit on is the Niners should file a lawsuit on him for passing for 5 yards against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But to his CT's point, is it CT or
BT?
I'm thinking about CT Fletcher. BT,
the basketball
trainer. To BT's point, the one thing about collusion, you got to prove, like I said, 32 teams are colluding against him. But the thing is, all 32 teams don't need a quarterback. So that's where the collusion kind of goes away with it. But when you see that Sanchez got a job, you see Gannon,
like you said,
Hoyer. Who they tried out, and when Tennessee, the thing that stood out to Kaepernick was when Mariota got hurt, and they didn't even bring him in for a tryout. They didn't even bring him in to talk to him. You went and signed Brandon Whedon.
Yeah, and he's horrible. He's just awful.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, you're not even giving this guy a shot, and his quarterback rating. He threw 16 touchdowns, 2 picks with a 90 passer rating last year. for the
protest whatever you want. Stand for the anthem, but Cap's better than half of these bums in the league.
Right.
So let me ask you this: BT, I want your thoughts, and then Sarge, I want your thoughts, and then Jeezy, I want your thoughts.
Okay.
How does Cap get back into the league, or does he ever get back into the league?
I'm sorry.
Broadcasting.
All right, go, Sarge.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets back into the NFL right now especially filing a lawsuit against the owners. I don't think, I agree that the owners are staying away from the drama. That's probably why nobody's picked him up. But at the same time, I think don't a lot of employers do that too? They look at your social media and they think you're controversial. They ain't going to hire you.
Yeah, they're not messing with you.
So they're doing kind of the same thing. It's kind of the hush-hush thing. They're not going to give him a chance, I mean, he's a better athlete than half the dudes playing, but I don't know what he does to get back in the league, to be honest. Unless he goes to another league somewhere and tears it up, and then they say, look, you got to give this guy a chance.
Canada. Oh, but I didn't think about that. Could he go to Canada or could he go to the U.S.? No.
But see, the thing is, I think he's done. And to your point, it's amazing how no ESPN, Fox, none of these guys have reached out to him to put him on their pregame show or any show.
Well, that's what the message, as we're saying. They ain't even talking to him. Why aren't they talking to him?
Exactly. So it shows you that they want to just keep driving this narrative because, like, all you got to do is put him on a pregame show.
Well, they had that meeting today and didn't even have him there.
Well, the thing is, he said he wasn't even invited. All the players, the players came out and said that we wanted him here. His lawyer came out and was like, dude, I wasn't invited by nobody. Like, nobody invited me. He said players expressed that they wanted me there, but I wasn't invited to that meeting. He said, but moving forward, when they go back, I said, I'd gladly be there, but I wasn't invited today. So I think it's a little bit of grandstanding on everybody's side. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, this suit that he filed, it's over. I mean, like, who's gonna hire him? Nobody.
No, and let's not forget that he wasn't released by the 49ers. He opted out of a contract.
Which you don't cut anyway.
Guys like Greg Hardy got second chances. I mean, this guy protested. So if he could play, if he could still play and GMs and owners thought he could help them, he'd be on a roster somewhere. But the media circus is so big, and it's not his fault because he hasn't said a word. It's all these other guys and all these celebrities and everybody tweeting about him that creates this, and he's stayed quiet.
He has.
If it just went away, he'd be on a roster.
But no, he won't, because as soon as he gets signed, it swirls back up. It's like it's the Tim
crazy.
Tebow effect. You know, a lot of coaches want Tim
yeah.
Tebow, but you don't want what come with Tim Tebow. Yep. Which I don't understand. Like, how is like praising God a negative? But I guess
it was when Tebow was playing. They were like practice. Tebow was 1 for 4 in practice.
Well, the problem with
today.
Tebow is that Tebow couldn't play.
yes, he went to the playoffs. He beat the Steelers. What do you mean he can't play?
Tebow can't play.
He better than Jay Cutler.
Yeah,
see.
Hey, real quick, BT. Here in a second, we are going to get into what we call Brews and Reviews. Jeezy, can you tell us what Brews and Reviews is all about?
I got a good one, too. Brews and Reviews is the Heavy Hitters Radio rating system, and basically the more brews it takes to enjoy something means it was horrible, and the least brews it takes, that means it was great.
All right, so check this out. Hey, BT, I want you to give us some Brews and Reviews on those cigars you were telling me about, man, the Wu-Tang ones, all that kind of stuff.
Hold on, yeah, put me on.
Look, everybody's happy about that.
Yeah, I'm a cigar aficionado.
All right, go.
Yeah, the My Uzi weighs a ton is the Public Enemy cigar, and
nice.
and I would say, is a lot of brews good or not?
Not.
Okay, well it's about a 2. It's about 2
Okay.
brews. It's not very good, but it's the Public Enemy cigar, so
Okay,
you gotta have it.
So if it's not very good, you want like a 4. Then if it's not very good,
No, but here's
yeah.
what he said. He said it's like a 2. It's
no,
like
he said it's not very good.
right. It's not very good, but
two is good.
it's not very good. But you should do it because it's
That's not a
Uzi
2.
weighs a ton.
That's not a 2.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah.
said.
No, he didn't get the rating.
No, yeah, you did. I think
Yeah,
you
I
did.
got the rating
So,
wrong.
Yeah, he
so,
did.
so you want to switch from a 2
Yeah.
to a 4
No, he's good.
out of 5.
No, he's saying, you know what? It's like an cigar, but because it's Uzi weighs a ton,
You
buy
gotta
it.
do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're not buying it twice.
that ain't a 2. Then that's like a 4, man.
No.
Or a
he's-
3.
He's showing love. He's showing
yeah.
love. All right. I'm sorry. All right.
I'm on the
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. What's the other ones?
You want a really good one.
Yes.
You want to go with a Don Pepin Blue. That would be like a 5 brew.
Don Pepin
C's
Blue,
and a 5
zero.
Zero.
So when you get a Don
that's a
Pepin,
good one.
it's so good you don't want no brews with
Hey,
it.
I got one for you.
No. Yeah, you don't want to cloud your judgment on that one.
I got one for you.
Was it called Don Pepin?
Don Pepin Blue.
All right.
Don Pepin Blue.
And then if you go an AJ Fernandez, Romeo and Julieta, that would be right up there too.
That's what I have right here. Romeo and Julieta knockoff. Hey,
You don't have that. You have a knockoff.
No, it's not. But I'm telling you right now, if you go to cigarinternational.com and go to their knockoffs, I'm telling you, you get a pack of 20 Romeo and Julietas for $29, and they are the truth. Zero
Is that
brew.
20 sticks?
20 sticks for like 30. I think it's like $39. It is the truth.
Those are the factory runoffs.
The factory runoffs, like the knockoffs, and you get Romeo and Julietas. You can get the Cohibas, and you can get the Monte Cristos and Rocky Patels. And they are the truth.
Yeah.
And legit. So, I smoke on the budget. I got a couple of Cubans at the crib I'm saving. But, yeah, I smoke on the budget.
Outstanding. Hey, so, all right, BT, do you have any other ones you gonna talk about?
The
Rocky Patel decades are fantastic.
Oh, yes. I had that before.
I gotta
That's a
try
good
one.
cigar.
Of those. I gotta try one of those.
See, you know a good cigar when you hit the draw and you don't spit.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know you got a good one. You're like, oh, man, this is good.
No, you know what?
Yeah,
also
you go back to it real quick.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, let me ask you this. All right, so here, my issue is that when I have some, I don't want it to last like the next day. Like I don't want it to be.
So you want mild.
I don't want it to be hanging on my breath and all that. So one of the first things I like is I like a good what's the name of it?
Acid.
A Connecticut leaf.
Connecticut leaf. Yeah, I like a Connecticut leaf cigar. And I don't want it to last for like 2 hours. I want it to be about 30 minutes, maybe an hour if I'm taking my time. So
here's what you do.
Yes.
Here's what you do.
Yes.
Regardless of the leaf, whether it's a light or a dark, what you need is a bourbon on the rocks to rinse out between each draw. So I would suggest something like a Woodford or an Angel's Envy, something to cleanse the palate.
I need to hang out with BT. Where you smoking at, BT? I need to hang out with BT. Me and BT going to be best friends, man. Because I swear, that's exactly. I mean, I swear, man. Moose, you understand, man? A cigar is a lifestyle. You can't rush it. You're supposed to sit down and like enjoy it, though.
Obviously,
it ain't a cigarette. It ain't a cigarette. You don't smoke it. You don't hit it 2 times. It's literally like I got time to chill, and I want to take my puff.
Yes.
They say you're supposed to take 1 puff per 60 seconds.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Any more than that, you're chain smoking.
You're chain smoking, man. You're supposed to enjoy it, man. It's a lifestyle, man. It really is, man. I sat there for 2 hours.
I tell you what, BT, man. I definitely appreciate your cigar prowess. For sure. Hey, I tell you what. So, anybody else have any more brews and reviews? I have some too.
I got one real quick. I want to talk about the Black Panther trailer, the teaser trailer.
Yeah,
dude, I have never been more into a movie that's come out like 6 months. Man.
Did it make you hard?
Oh my! I might have peed my pants. It's just a little bit.
What in the world? Just a dribble?
A dribble. And I ain't got no STDs, but it was like a little dribble. Dude, it is. I am so geeked up for this film, man. Like it is. It's gonna be the bee's knees, man.
What?
Man, Black Panther, man. That movie gonna be off the chain, man.
All right, I ain't mad at
Matter
you.
of fact, I'm having me a shirt made straight out of Wakanda.
I saw. I want one.
I want one.
I'm
finna sell some. I'm finna have them
straight
print
out of
up.
Wakanda.
Straight out of Wakanda. I'm telling you, we need to go out and buy like 1,000. They'll go quick, man.
You think so?
Oh, hell yeah! February.
I'm in on that.
Straight out of Wakanda. We need to do that.
Straight out of Wakanda.
Straight out of Wakanda.
All right.
We in.
Are Pilgrims gonna buy it too?
Yeah, straight out of Wakanda.
All right.
They got Pilgrims in Wakanda.
Hey, I got a question for you. All right, so here's what I saw.
Yeah.
I went and watched. Oh man, what is it? How come I can't remember the name of the movie I watched like just last week? It was The Kingsman. I saw the Kingsman movie.
Was it good? The new one?
I saw the new Kingsman movie, man. And you know what? I'm going to give it 0 brews. Now, I will say, given it the Moose test, there was about 5 minutes where I got drowsy. That's the Moose test. But I liked it. Sarge, did you see it?
I saw it too. I would agree.
Did you like it?
Which part? Oh, yeah. Which part did you get drowsy?
Man, they got to talking about, like, it was after everything blew up, and it was right before they were trying to figure out how they were going to attack the next situation. I got a little bit drowsy. What about you?
I know you like when they put the dude in the blender.
Oh, man,
don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's in my car. It's in my car, man. I forget. I'm not used to it yet. And so, all right, so yeah, no, the blender was crazy. No, matter of fact, when the blender was a meat grinder. And like they literally ground the dude down to like his legs, and then was like, "Eat this burger."
It's a lot of action.
Like what? It was crazy action, man. It was crazy action. So you know what? I mean, I give them. I said 0 brews. I give them 1 brew. I give them 1 brew. But I mean, it was a great movie. If you like action, it's a great movie.
I'm gonna check it out. I've been meaning to check it out, but I just wait till it come on the stick.
Yeah. No, man. Give him some money. Hey, now, I'm going to get super excited here, and I'm not able to play it now because we got calls, but that's okay. Man, Wu-Tang, the saga continues. I'm giving it absolutely 0 brews. And if you are a true hip-hop aficionado, you will appreciate 8 of the 13 songs or whatever, and then there's a couple of skits, and there's a couple that you're like, I'm not really sure about. But I'm telling you what, man, it's absolutely amazing. Now,
are they all there?
BT,
are they all on it?
What's that, BT?
Is everybody on it, or is it just a couple of them? Is it the whole Wu-Tang?
Guess what they've done, man? This is a great question. Sorry, buddy. You know, we're outside, so like there's always, you know what? There's always a loud motorcycle, and typically there's an ambulance that comes by too. It just hasn't come by tonight. All right, so here's what happens, man. They have several songs where there are 3 or 4 of them on there, and then they have about 4 songs where the credits it says Wu-Tang Clan. And so the best songs are the ones the Wu-Tang Clan. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they have Capadonna, they have Ghostface, you know, they have Inspector Deck. Now, of course, they have Math and RZA. You know, all the ones that are living. And guess what they did? They added. I'm just keep on saying it. They added Redman into the clique. So Redman is featured on several songs and just makes it even that much better. You got a Warren Central shirt on, dog, Ben Davis. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those things.
Those guys are like the Aerosmith of hip hop. I mean, those guys have got to be mid-50s.
Yeah.
They got to be.
You said the Aerosmith of hip hop? I'm telling you what.
The Wu
I mean,
is
Redman has to be on Social Security by now.
No, he's not. Hey, check this out, BT. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so listen. Snoop Dogg and Tupac were born in what year, guys? Anybody want to take a guess?
1968.
73, 68. What do you think, Sarge?
Probably around 70, somewhere around there.
They were born in 1971.
Oh, my God.
So Tupac was born in 71. Biggie was born in 73.
It's like 47.
And Snoop was born in 71. So they all 46 years old, you know what I'm saying, or younger. Like the people that we like, the people that all of us that are here right now that we like, they're damn near 50.
Mid-40s.
Yeah.
I like Jay-Z. So Jay-Z's like in his 40s, too.
He's in his 40s.
Yeah.
He's the same age as now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the same age as
Yeah,
now.
so what the music we like now, they're oldies.
Yeah. You know what? From here on out, we gotta go to Vegas. Do you remember
Right.
when you for first time in September? No, we ain't doing that. Hey, that's how it goes down. All right, so listen, guys, we got the NBA season, man. Oh, by the way, real quick, sorry. Hey, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We are live at 36 degrees.
Yes.
Our bar 36, man. We are 36
East.
Washington Street. Yeah, that's where we
Well,
are.
you can't park no more, you bastards.
Yeah, I know, it's messed up. And then check this out, man. You can catch us on Instagram at Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
Yes.
You can also catch us on Twitter at Heavy
_.
Hitters. Yeah, you can catch us on there too. And then you know what? Man, we're all over the place. And then you can even check out our other shows on independent radio. So Instagram, like there's an Instagram that's heavy. This is independent radio. Now it's real heavy with the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, and we also have Indie 15 Music Session. And man, you know what? I also saw something here recently, man, where if you go to YouTube, there's like the nitty gritty session, man. I mean, like there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, you can catch out the flagship Heavy Hitters Radio Show on YouTube as well. And so we're all over the place. Now, Jeezy, where else can you hear us if you're just a podcast newbie?
A podcast newbie, man. Obviously, if you get an iPhone, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts. If you get an Android, you can catch us on Pod Addict. You can catch us out on OneCast, Allcast, or any of your podcast site apps. You can catch us on there. Just put in Independent Radio, man. We pop right up.
Man, that's it. Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We're in full effect.
And to listen live, man, just go to Spreaker.com / Independent Radio.
It is / in it, man. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, it makes a big
by the way.
difference, yeah.
All right, so and today, man, we got some great guests. All right, so obviously we have the star of the show, man, A. Jeezy.
Not me.
And then, yeah, it is you. And then we have the Sarge in studio. And then on the phone we have BT, man. What's going down, guys?
Hanging out with you fellas. Good night. Out to be out here.
Yeah. BT, what's up?
Man, I'm just watching Jeff Green rejuvenate his career in Cleveland.
And then guess what, folks?
A special guest.
We got blessed. Blessed
with the sultry
We
voice.
got blessed, man, with the main man, the myth. Give it up,
legend.
folks, for the legend.
1 foot out the door.
D-Lo G.
What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up,
up? If you can sit over here, there's
Are you
phones and
sure,
everything.
man? I'm kind of on the
There's,
outside.
there's
looking in.
phones and everything, man.
Yeah, his headphones.
Hey, man, no, you know, hey, have you seen D-Lo shows, man? We ain't a part of it, dog.
They well produced, man.
Yeah, they are well produced, man. They put together. He's got some guys that are into it, which I appreciate. I love that stuff, man. So, hey, folks, D-Lo G is here. All right, so, guys, NBA season. All right, so the big moves were Paul George going to Oklahoma.
And you led with that first.
The big move, yeah, because I'm a Pacers fan. The big moves were Kyrie going to Boston. The big moves were, what's his name? What's his name from the Knicks?
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony going
OKC.
to
OKC.
Out there with the point guard.
Isaiah Thomas going to Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And
There-
Kyrie
No.
Irving
Oh, yeah.
going to Boston.
I said that. But what's about the one in, what's old boy from, how come I can't think of his name?
Yeah, Derrick
Hey,
Rose.
well, no, ain't nobody thinking about Derrick Rose no more. hey, BT,
He's an
who's
afterthought
out there
like
in
me.
Houston?
Chris Paul.
Oh, in Houston?
Chris Paul. Is that
Slide
Yeah,
into
Chris Paul.
the DMs of this little Indian chick that she put him on blast.
Chris Paul
Chris
in
Paul went to
Houston.
Houston.
Now, you
All
can't
right.
even slide in DM. If you can't be famous and get draws, man, what's the point of being famous?
Yeah, that's no fun.
It's no fun.
Like, it's a built-in perk.
It's a built-in perk. I got money and I get chicks.
All right, so guys, here's what we need to talk about.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh no, that's not. All right, so we need to talk about real quick. We're gonna talk about Harvey Weinstein, and then we're gonna get into sports. Okay, you can open it if you want to. All right, so, and this is gonna be tough for all of us because we have no females here to represent.
Well,
But-
I heard
I
Brown on the
just
way
got
in.
one.
Yeah,
I just got one question when it comes to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, all right, go.
Why has no one talked about jail, but Bill Cosby?
I mean, we're still in the discovery process, though, right?
Apparently,
we didn't
every
just-
actress in Hollywood that has come out.
We didn't just come out and file charges against Bill, did we?
Yeah, that's how it all started.
But at the same point in time, I don't think any of the women have brought criminal charges against Harvey Weinstein just yet. Now, I know Gloria Allred is somewhere lurking, so I'm sure the lawsuits are coming because she hates every man that's ever been guilty of looking at too many women. But, yeah, I just think it's a little early in the process, but I'm sure the lawsuits are coming.
Hey, man, here's the thing. Harvey Weinstein, now his brother, and then I don't know if you guys saw this today, but the person that runs Amazon movies, he had to quit today because he's not on charges, but there's women coming out saying that he was doing it too.
Man, what's
And
the
he
point
just
of
quit.
having
So now all these guys that are in this movie industry are now coming out saying, "Yeah, it was me." And the new hashtag is Me Too.
If you,
Did you
if
guys see
benefit-
that?
If
Me
you
too.
benefited and got a role from one of these guys,
Shut up!
I think your complaints are obsolete.
Exactly.
If you accepted the role and you still allowed yourself to be victimized,
Yeah,
that's your payoff.
that's a payoff, I guess. Yeah, you got your
Not
settlement.
that any woman earns the right to be sexually harassed or mistreated.
This is heavy as rape. We don't do disclaimers on this show.
No, I mean, but
Seriously, though.
okay, I'm trying to understand this. All right, so we're all men here on the phone and in person, and there are women out there that are saying they were used. You know, they were being treated. They were being treated inappropriately because they wanted the roles. I'm talking about some of them times they were saying like they said, hey, you know, take your clothes off. Like, I want you to put tape. I want you to put tape on your parts, and then I want you to take your clothes off and just stand right there, and I'll take pictures of you. or I want you to put this this bikini on so I can see you. Hey, you know what? In order to do this part, I need you to lose 15 pounds, and we start in 2 weeks.
No, but that's
If you want it.
But if you want to be in the movie business, like that's what you got to do, man. Like that's the job you chose. So if your job is basically looking good for the camera, and looking good for people, I gotta see what you look like naked, man. I got to.
We got to figure out a way to separate the haves and the have-nots, and the casting couch solves a lot of that.
What's up, BT?
If it was such an egregious thing, why is it just now coming out? I mean, Harvey Weinstein is like a poor man's Hugh Hefner.
Real.
Yeah.
He did the same kind of thing. You get in a situation where I can get a money grab for stuff that I did years ago. I'm going to take it. That's, to me, if all this stuff is true, he's a weirdo. He's a predator. He probably needs to go to jail. But why wait this long?
Wait. He needs to go to jail for what?
Oh, I don't know. But that's what everybody said. He's a predator. He's this. He's that. Whatever. Why wait this long?
But the thing is, every like if you're in a role where you have to get a nude scene in the movie, like I gotta see what your body look like. I can't have you on screen.
Oh yeah,
no, I can't.
I'm with you.
I can. So I mean, how was that? You read the script? Did you not read the script?
Yeah.
The script says get naked, get banged on the beach. So
Yeah.
hey, I gotta have your beach body.
You gotta see what's under there.
I gotta see what's under there.
Check under the hood.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't.
Do you
Gotta
think
make
every
sure
one
the
of them actresses
undercarriage is
really
intact. I get it.
get on screen and it's them?
Some of them do.
Somebody had to take their clothes off.
Somebody got to take their clothes off.
It
Somebody
wasn't
got to
stock
do it.
photos.
I mean, what are we coming to in the movies now? What place? I mean, where is the line going to where like everything a man says to a woman is somehow sexually harassment now? Like, where are we going? But it's okay for you to be like every show I watch on TV got a woman kicking a man's ass. That's fine. I watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's all bad women whooping dudes, which would never happen. But yet, but that's fine.
I don't know. Old girl can whoop dudes.
May will get hands from every dude at this table, and we ain't even actors.
Yep. I blame Ronda Rousey.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These the same people that said Ronda Rousey can be Floyd Mayweather. These the same people, man. Like, come on, man. Stop it. And then get mad when John McEnroe will say that Serena Williams couldn't beat the 100th best tennis player.
He's right.
I wouldn't fight Serena Williams with a gun.
You know what I'm saying? like I could beat Ronda Rousey, straight up. Because she's 120 pounds, man. 120 pounds, dog.
She'd kick your ass.
All right, man, do whatever. She's 120 pounds.
No, I tell you right now,
she's 120.
She will not be my pineapples. She will not be my ass.
Nah, she's 120.
I will choke her. I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies. I love.
Now, wait a second. Are
ladies
we talking about fighting, or are we just talking about taking her out?
Dude, she's 100 pounds, man. D-Lo, you tell me 100 pound. Name 100 pound, 120 pound woman that can beat you.
Ronda Rousey is what he said.
She's a professional fighter.
She's 120.
No, man, it's not happening now. She's not strong enough.
That's what I'm saying. She's 100.
She's not strong enough.
You don't think she could get you?
me.
You don't think she can get you in a chokehold and put you down?
No.
She's a professional.
She could give you a chokehold.
Fighter.
I can literally do this. Excuse me, Ronda. I mean, what are you doing?
Girl, quit playing.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ronda Rousey is not strong enough to put me in a chokehold. There's no question.
No, but I'd let her.
What'd you say?
Used to hear let her.
But no, but I'd let her.
I mean, even if she got her arm around my neck, you mean to me you're not strong enough to be like, all right, man, enough's enough.
I mean, if you got the right hold, it don't take a whole lot to strength to get that chokehold and lock it in.
But you gotta get behind me. All I gotta do is just grab you and then fall to the ground. Like, it's over. Like, I'm 310.
You know what I'm gonna do with her, man? Never mind. I can't talk about it. Hey, guys, here's the thing. Let's pull this together. And so here's what we're talking about. All right, so we're talking about the fact that Harvey Weinstein and all these guys in the film industry are saying that the women are saying that they have been used and abused since they were like 16 years old.
Yeah, but all of them are paid.
Guess what? We all believe it.
I don't doubt.
Their checks clear.
Thank you.
That's
you
what it kind of
knew.
comes down to.
That's what you knew what you was getting into.
What do we do with that? It's still wrong, right?
You cashed the check. You took the blood money. Okay. If I
It
take,
is.
I'll
That's the
take
perfect word.
I took the blood money, so I can't complain. If I know you selling dope and you bringing me turkeys and everything, like and I eat the turkey, like
You agreed with it.
I agree with what you're doing. Like, yeah, I know he's money man, but you know what? He paid the light bill. He did all this stuff. So I'm in it with you. You know what I mean? I know I can turn a blind eye. Like I don't see my man out there on the street hustling. Yeah, you benefiting from it. It ain't like they got naked and didn't get the role.
They knew what it was.
You're absolutely right.
All of
okay,
my rich.
so what's happening in the world today to make all these superpower actresses, by the way, Academy Award winners, Tony Award winners, say, it happened to me too?
Money. How many of these actresses are getting roles? Because that's the problem with Hollywood. There are too
All
many
of them.
pretty women.
All of
Well,
them.
Consistently,
What-
you
Let
see
me
an
ask you
actress
this.
in
What
today's
actresses
world.
have come out and said that? Who's come out and said that?
Who's relevant that said it?
Today, Reese Witherspoon, who's won an Oscar.
No. The
Well,
question,
one
is,
career.
the question is, what was the last movie Reese Witherspoon was
She
in?
won an Oscar.
No,
It doesn't
Sing.
matter.
She was the pig in Sing. Her career is
Who'd she have
fledgling.
to sleep with for that
You're
role?
cracking me up.
But think about that. When last time you seen Legally Blonde?
No,
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's been several.
there's not a ton of roles for women in-
No, who's the
And they're
cooker? The
becoming
one that went to
younger.
prison.
They're becoming prettier.
Who's the one that went to
Martha
prison?
Stewart?
Yeah, Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart got in
okay.
trouble. You know, somebody did something to her back in the day.
We should put Harvey Weinstein in prison for
Yeah, for that.
abusing Martha Stewart.
Let me
That's
ask you a
just
question.
poor judgment.
Let me ask you a question. Did
cracking me
Scarlett
up.
Johansson come out and say anything?
No,
You know
wasn't
why?
her.
Because she's in a Marvel.
wait,
she's still relevant in a Marvel movie.
Wait, what's
She's
so good?
still relevant.
What's so girl that got her boobs taken off? Remember we talked about
Angelina
her?
Jolie. And she
Yeah,
hasn't-
Angelina
When
Jolie.
last movie she was in?
What's you talking
Been a
about?
while.
She was in some.
All these people
quite
that
some
complain,
time.
all these people that complain, they ain't been in no movies lately. They ain't been in nothing.
Work is hard to
Exactly.
come by.
B-listers.
They B-list
Exactly. Anymore.
They-
They
they
may have
ain't-
been A-listers at one
they
point.
ain't been in- so
but
all
you
the
can't
ones-
say that they're relevant today.
now. So all the ones that's Scarlett Johansson ain't saying nothing, and then I can't even name nobody else who had this.
You know,
Scarlett.
I mean,
That'd be back in the
that's because we
headlines.
don't know who else is in movies right
Like
this
half of the
second.
female movie stars in today's world come from the Disney Channel.
Exactly. So you
And they all been used, and they still scared to talk
they
about
talk
it.
about it. So they wait till they like in their 40s and 50s
When
You
the
know,
work is dried up.
Which is bad, duh.
No, it's not because
That's
you took
horrible,
No,
Lola.
you're mad because you're not getting the roles that some young hot chick is getting. So now all
Yes.
of a sudden
Correct.
you want to speak out about it. You ain't getting the roles no more. You result to doing commercials.
Real quick, hey ladies, Heaviest Radio Show. This is Moose Game Big House. I'm gonna say I love y'all, and you know if any of them want to talk to me, it's cool. But y'all gonna struggle with these
What
other
happened?
guys.
My thing is like, you know what? I wish
Out of your
all-
league.
Here's what I wish. I wish for a month straight that we could just like put some rain dust out and men just refrain from giving women compliments for 1 month and we see what happens. Like all across the board, like no, we don't even acknowledge women exist, and we just like keep moving with our day. How would they act?
They'd miss the attention.
How about the chick post a picture on Instagram and get 0 likes?
Oh, man. I mean, because most of those are thirst traps anyway.
They thirst traps.
Do you
So
know-
they crave our attention and then get mad when
They would be emotional about it. They'd be emotional at the fact that no one liked their picture, and they would use that to kind of judge their own self-value.
Exactly. But they get mad when we didn't get mad when a man addresses
Assesses
self-value
value to them.
To that. Like, what are we supposed to do? You wear a shirt with your titties literally hanging out and I can't look? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, oh, I don't see your
I'm the
titties hanging
asshole.
out.
I'm the asshole.
I'm the asshole, but your titties hanging out. But I'm the jerk. You the one who got the fake ass, but I'm the asshole.
Pineapples.
Ass
Pineapples.
is pretty basic.
Ass is in the Bible.
But Moose, think about this, please. A chick walk past here. Now she ain't on a coat, V-neck. They all out in front of you. You supposed to be like, hey, nice hat.
Yeah, you know what? I would say nice hat if she had a nice hat on. Now, don't get me wrong. I would have saw everything else, but I'm going to mention the hat. That's for sure. That's what's
attention. You're
happening.
doing it for attention. Everything you're doing, you wear that clothes for attention. I'm not
All right,
saying,
so,
don't get me
listen. Here's my point, though. All right, so is it okay for Weinstein to act like this, man? I mean, guess what? He's lost his wife. Now, I will say his children are sticking with him, but
They want that trust money.
You know what?
They ain't stupid.
He's been kicked out of his own. The Harvey Weinstein company. He's kicked out of it.
He kicked out for today. Next year he'll be back, man.
He's
name
kicked
is still
out,
on it.
he's kicked out of it, and so all the holdings, and now he's in therapy.
Dude,
is it okay for him to be in that situation?
I love how the SARS laugh. Therapy is just a way for him to get back in. Dude, like Harvey Weinstein is not eating that Ruth's Chris. He's still going to like the top of the line restaurant. He ain't starving. He ain't hungry. His house still overlooks L.A., I'm sure. And he still got a plethora of women in his crib. He ain't starving. OJ got out of jail and had people in his face.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. He's in Vegas chilling.
Moose, they got money. They famous, man.
He doesn't have money, OJ. He not big money.
No. He's
OJ.
OJ.
He got the same money we got.
No, OJ does not have the same money we
Yeah,
have.
he do.
No,
He's making a pension. He's got like
his pension is 10 grand.
Don't get me wrong.
His pension is 10 grand a month.
No, it's not. It's 1,700 from the
month?
NBA. From the NBA, 1,700.
I thought it was like 10 grand. I heard it was like 10,000 a month.
1,700.
He got money. He getting royalties. He getting money. Trust me, he ain't broke.
He's got $5 million from one thing and 1,700. That's about it. So $5 million, yeah, that's a big deal. But he doesn't have a lot of money.
Dude, if I had $5 million, you can't tell me nothing. I can do the show on my drawers. Nobody say nothing to me.
$5 million?
$5 million.
Nah, man, I ain't doing that.
$5 million.
If I had an extra $5 million, do you know how souped up this show would be?
Dude, $5 million.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like Hef in my robe.
They'd be calling you Harvey if you have $5 million.
Hey, real quick, Sarge. Hey, Sarge. Speaking of Hef, Sarge, and BT, you still there?
Yeah, for a couple more minutes. My battery's about dead.
All right, so I got a question for you guys. All right, so earlier, Jeezy and I were talking, and like R. Kelly is known to like younger women, and so is Hugh Hefner. Why is it okay that Hugh Hefner can like younger women and it's not a problem, but R. Kelly got caught so much grief?
Yeah, because he did a 22-year-old chick.
Because he liked it.
How old was she for R. Kelly?
Pissing on him.
Because what?
F it and pissing on him.
But who say Hef ain't peeing on them chicks, man?
Drip.
All right, go.
I mean, he
go
might
ahead.
be, but he's not rapping about it.
Kelly never heard about it either.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think our culture, man. You see, Hugh Hef was celebrated since he started.
And he got him naked and took pictures of him.
So
I mean, but
there's enough people out there like that. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna go down. Get on him for something they like.
I mean, let's be honest. R. Kelly dates them before their 18th birthday, and Hefner swoops them up on their 18th birthday.
Boom.
So really, what's the difference?
You want to know why Hugh Hef is celebrated while R. Kelly ain't? It's because Hugh Hef shared. R. Kelly didn't. All right, that's why.
Wow. Well, we don't know if he ain't sharing. We don't know that. We ain't there. I seen his videos. He do a lot of sharing. My thing is, I just don't get it. Like, I think it's jealousy, because if I'm 50 years old and I can pull a 22-year-old, I'm in.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. I think it's safe to say. If you're married, you can't answer. But if you're not married and you can pull a girl in your 20s, now I ain't gonna marry her. But we have fun about a good 3 weeks.
Trust me, if she puts that wham on you, you'll reconsider.
You're gonna be like, you know what? What am I doing now? Done.
No, I'm not gonna marry, because the conversation won't be the same. Like, I got 50 years of experience. You got literally like 4 out of high school.
I don't know, man. Beyonce locked Jay-Z down.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z is hideous. He's a hideous man. Yo.
There is no such thing as an ugly billionaire.
Not one ugly billionaire.
Not one.
Not one.
So again, it shows that if you got money and you got power, you get the women. But nowadays,
So now let's go back to Harvey Weinstein grabbing up these ladies, or Donald Trump, Donald Trump. You know, saying you know what I do? I just grab them. I just grab them by the.
But that was locker room talk.
Which is true. Which again, I hate when we got mad at that, because that is so true. That It does happen in the locker room.
Everybody sitting here heard
Everybody-
talk like that.
And I was so mad when LeBron James came out. We never talk like that. Dude, you a damn lie. You a lie, man. I've been in locker rooms. That happens. Everybody has done this, girl. Look at this. Everybody has done that.
All right, so let me ask you this: why is it okay? Why is it okay for the president of the United States
With
of America
recorded proof.
to say he said it like we heard him say? You know what I do? I just grab him by the tootsie.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody's like, we still want him to be our president.
Because at the end of the day,
But Harvey Weinstein says, hey, I want to do this, and I'm used to it. You know what? I'm used to grabbing chicks by their boobs. I'm used to this. That's what I want to do.
well, Ben Affleck got called up too for grabbing booties.
So what's the difference?
You know what, man? About 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago, man. Y'all remember Martha Burke? Remember her with the Masters and having a female?
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't understand. I was like, why would you want a female member? I was a young cat. Like, have a female member. Then I realized, like, no, if you add a female, one female added means I got to get an HR department. Like, my whole way of living in this culture of just, like, manly, just, like, conversation and talk, I add a female to the mix, everything changes because now I might get sued. I can't say this. I can't have my man bringing his mistress up in here because, you know what, we all know the code. We ain't saying nothing, but now I got a female in the corner. Now I got to be careful. Everything changes, man. Just by adding a female to the mix.
It's different.
So
And then you can't laugh at her comment. You can't laugh because look what happened to Cam. All he did was laugh. I was like, it's funny hearing a woman talk about Rouse. And then answer the question, but then he loses
The yogurt company.
the Hughes Logan company because they say he's a sexist and chauvinist. Like, wow, really? Because he just laughed at the question and answered the question? Like, that's the world we living in, man. You can't say nothing to nobody. Mum's the word, man. As Moose swallows.
is it okay? Hey man, don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that again.
Got some white stuff around your
There's
mouth.
much questionable stuff that you just said. That's the one thing we can't ever say again.
Yeah, that's
If that's the
right.
case, I want to hear nothing about another chubby you get. I want to hear nothing about man.
I can talk about my own penis.
We don't want to
I
hear
can talk
that.
about my own penis, man.
We don't want to hear that.
Hey, so that was enough for Moose. That was a tipping point.
Yeah, that was a tipping point.
I'm playing. I'm messing with you.
That was a straw. That was a straw that broke the camel's back right there.
Right.
All right, so again, I want to ask you that. I mean, is it a situation where, man, it kind of goes too far? Like we talked about, is that too far? When
I mean, for him to actually do it, yeah, that's way too far. But at the same time, when he did it, I'm sure that the girls he did it to won the contest or benefited from. Again, you can't complain when you took the blood money. You can't do it. You can't be like, oh, that's messed up when you was benefiting at the time, but now that your time has passed and it's on to the next girl, now all of a sudden you get jealous because he ain't in your face no more. He ain't paying you attention no more. Now I want to start crying. So all these actresses coming out that ain't had a role of any importance in 20 years. In 20 years, now all of a sudden they want to cry wolf. It's like the girl that got VIP because when she got in the club, she was blowing the doorman and the owner of the club and everything, but all of a sudden she can't get in no
They've
more.
got lawsuits.
You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden she comes to the club and he hugged it with a new chick. Now you mad? Like, no, you can't. It don't work that way. So it is what it is, man. So
yeah, all right. Hey, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. This is we're live at Bar 36. We're at 36
East.
Washington Street, man. Check us out. You can check us out on Twitter at Heavy
Underscore.
Hitters.
Underscore.
You can also check us out on all the other situations. And I tell you what, D-Lo, you want to tell us what situations we can hear songs?
You can definitely check us out through our Instagram pages. We've got at Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We've got Independent Radio on Instagram. We're on Facebook at Heavy Hitters
Radio Show. Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you're tuning into Independent Radio. You can always find us. If you don't click the links in our bio, you can actually go to Spreaker, SPREAKER.com/independent radio. Check us out.
Hey, you know what? Guess what, guys? I'm thinking about trying to go video with this too. And so I was looking at simulcast today, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. But I would love to go simulcast with some of the shows because I got this new one I'm working on, and I think I wanted to go simulcast. Like this show would be too much to do simulcast because there's too much movement. You know, we would need several cameras and somebody running it. But I think my new show that I want to produce, I think can do one video, and I think it can be cool. So we'll definitely see how it goes, man. So coming soon, new shows to the lineup. All right.
Can I tease something along those same lines?
Please do.
So anyway, so currently Independent Radio has the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show. We've also got the Indy 15 Music Session, and I was actually had an idea proposed to me. If you didn't listen to this past week's Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, you may not have caught it, but someone approached me about engineering another music show for them on independent radio. This one, however, would be along the lines of holy hip hop, Christian hip hop. So we'll see what's happening with that, but it's likely coming sooner rather than later. So make sure you check us out online and listen for the announcements and support that show when it drops.
Yeah, you know what's cool is I can tell you guys, man, I've been looking at opportunities to have a spot where we can just open it up. You know what I mean? Like where we give the opportunity for cats to come in and kind of do their show. You know, I really think there's a lot more people listening to internet radio. And then there's some opportunities here in town that I've been approached with here recently to do some FM stuff. And, so I'm like, yeah, we definitely be down with it. So, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress for sure. Hey, folks, I don't know if you guys have heard. I got the white Reese's peanut butter cups. Have you guys heard of this before?
No. It seems abnormal and weird.
All right, so I got 5 of them. All right, so I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna give one to our folks here. We're gonna actually try them on the show. I bought them because
brewing review.
Yeah, we're gonna give a live brewing review. I bought them because there was a Ramsburg YMCA, like one of the cheerleaders. When the cheerleaders is doing the thing. So, folks, we're opening. What is it called? Let me see. It's called the
Pilgrim Reese's.
the Pilgrim Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm not sure why they're trying to take the black out.
Real quick, while we open these wrappers, I want to say no female that ever been on a Heavy Hitter show has ever been sexually assaulted or made to get naked in front of us to be on the show.
We didn't ask.
I just want to let you know that has not happened.
I can vouch for that.
There are no Charlie Weinsteins in this organization.
Ron EMC and I approve this message.
Then we're not working hard enough.
This is Ron EMC and I approve this message.
However, ladies, if you do want to send any pictures to show us what you're working with, you send to Independent Radio.
I do not approve that message.
Independent Radio.
Don't send them.
At gmail.com.
No.
Jeezy will approve those.
Hey, dude, do you take a picture of us eating it? We probably need to take a picture of somebody biting it.
Don't matter, just don't bite it.
Just like a Reese's go.
You gonna take a picture of yourself biting it? Sure.
No, I'm gonna take a picture of you.
Take a picture of me biting it.
Which is kind of delicious.
Are you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Looks weird.
The look throws you off because it's white, but it tastes exactly like a Reese's cup.
Weird.
Very delicious. Jeezy approves.
It's pretty good, man.
It's pretty good. Give me a Coke. Oh, you can't go in there. Never mind.
I guess if you close your eyes and have no idea it's white.
Right?
It's really good.
It's really good. Why gotta be really good? Because it's white. Is that why? That's why it's really good. I mean, she's like, it's really good. Like, no, it's a Reese cup.
I don't have a microphone, so I'm shouting.
You know what? It was good.
It was good.
And so,
what do you think, Sarge? Was it good?
Bruce
I like
reviews.
it. It was good
Bruce
stuff.
reviews, Sarge. So you give the Pilgrim Reese's Cup.
I'm down with it.
So you give it a 0 brew, which means you love it, or 5 or 6-pack, which means you.
I like the original.
Okay.
Better.
All right. So you give it a 2, 3. All right. I'll tell you what. I enjoyed it.
One thing about Reese's Cups, they are hella addictive. Like you would eat like 17 of them, and then realize that you got claw.
You know what I'm mad about? I'm mad about that. I bought like essentially was it 5 of us that tried it?
Yeah.
Those cost $1 a piece.
It was $6.
It was 5.
Man, I would have smacked it out of her hand, man. She gave me $5. Man, I would have smacked
that pack was $5.
I bought it from the Ramsburg Cheerleading Association.
No, I end up looking at this.
He's helping the kids.
He's helping the children, man.
The kids are profiting big
Man,
this year.
I would have swung on that kid, man. Let me get that for
All right,
$2.
so anyway, hey, no, you know what? She made me nervous because I was at my car, and she like walked up on me, and her mom was like, "Don't walk up on that man in his car." And she came right up to me, so the mom was nervous, but the girl was not nervous at all. Hey guys,
the little C just went in his first bar, man.
Did he go in there? Don't say it out loud. I'm going to CBS at my house.
So do we have time for any more brews and reviews?
Go, yeah, please.
Listen, I've got 2 real quickly.
What's your
here.
name?
This is D-Lo G.
Welcome back, D-Lo.
What's up, Run and Bishop?
These little seed, man.
So, I'm sorry. It's been a while. It's been a while. Do you want the pretty pink headphones back? All right, so anyway, I had the opportunity to go to the IMA, the Indianapolis Museum of Arts, this past weekend. I saw the City as Canvas exhibit. It was very dope. I thought it was very cool. Thought it gave some great history. Definitely had some great graffiti and black book samples, and the black books were the tag books that the different graffiti artists would pass around town, and everybody would kind of mark their work and kind of establish their styles and kind of inspire one another. So it was very cool just going back and taking a look at how they tag trains and getting the history behind tagging trains, and just kind of a way to make a statement, in fact. So it was a very cool exhibit. So now the IMA as a whole, huge, nice, lovely museum. The only critique, when I got to the 4th floor of the museum, it had art from around the world, and I was a little disappointed compared to other places. They didn't have much representation as far as African art, and there's certainly plenty of room to have a bigger display of African art because it's such a huge continent, and it's got so much beautiful work that has come from Africa. So I'll give the museum 2 brews, but loved it nonetheless. My second brew and review, I actually had the opportunity to go to the Pilot Talk Trilogy Tour with Mr. Cloud Overcast, and it was phenomenal. I got to tell you, now I'm going to give that 0 brews, but this was the first Currency Jet Life concert I've been to in Indianapolis that I would probably give a 0 brew to, and without anything to do with the performances, but this time the crowd was right, the atmosphere was right, the people really knew the music and were really in touch with the artists, which I think really opened up the performances, and it was just a live show. There were probably no more than about 500 people in there, so it was fairly intimate, but it was just an incredible atmosphere, strong performances from Currency, Corner Boy P, Gene LaFair, Ski Beats, T.Y., Son of a Gangsta. It was just a very dope show, so 0 brews for that.
That's the show that me and Moose missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry, did anybody invite you, Jeezy?
No, I didn't get a text.
Oh,
listen,
cool.
The one time that I reviewed one song from Pilot Talk on this show, I got trashed. I got trashed by you, somebody else, the guy on the couch, but not Cloud.
Yeah, because Cloud came last week and talked about. I was like, "Wow, Moose, you get the message?" He was like, "Nope."
No, you know, I saw it all over Instagram. Yeah, I'm like, "Oh man, that's pretty cool."
Man, that's pretty cool. I mean, I would love to be there.
Hey,
what's wrong with his voice? I don't like that song.
Hey, real quick. All right, so Sarge, you know what? We definitely got to talk about the NBA before we get out of here, man. All right, so. What are your picks? What are your thoughts about the moves in the NBA and how it's going down?
The mood in the NBA?
The mood, like the moves, like, you know,
the moves.
Kyrie.
Got you.
You got, so, you know.
I don't
like,
think none of them matter. Golden State's going to be back there.
That's it.
What? I mean, you don't even think about nothing.
Golden State's still young, still good. I don't think anybody's put nothing together that can compete with them.
We've got two of the best shooters to ever play the game of basketball.
Ever?
Three. You're right. I always forget about Klay Thompson, but you are absolutely right.
Who'd you think?
Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
Oh, and then Klay.
He's 6'11", and he strokes it.
And he can play point.
Pause.
How are you going to stop that?
Yeah, like, it's Golden State and pretty much everybody else, because even though all the moves all the other teams made, they don't shoot as well as Golden State.
No.
So, like, even Cleveland, for instance, they added Dwayne Wade, they added Jeff Green, they added Derrick Rose. That was good in 2006. You know what I mean? Like, hitting them guys shoot. So, yeah, you can hit two, but we don't get three. You know, so I mean, like right now, they're like in the fourth quarter, they're in the 90s. You mean, Golden State in the third quarter in the 90s. You know what I mean? So you're not going to score no points, man. Like, Houston added Chris Paul, again, somebody who can't shoot the three. You know what I mean? So I think the only team that might be a little bit better, but they ain't got no bench, is Oklahoma City.
Oh, well, what about Minnesota with all the young guys?
They're gonna be good, but they can't shoot.
Jimmy Butler.
They can't shoot. They be fun to watch.
Yeah.
But they all layups and, you know, missing threes.
At best, they would be a 6 seed in the West, maybe.
At best.
All right, so let me ask you this: so is it going to be a situation where, especially if they go to where was it the top 12 teams?
Top
16.
The
top 16 teams
I
in
think
the
they
NBA.
should. That'd be fun.
But it'd be maybe mostly West teams.
It'd be all West teams in Cleveland. And
Cleveland, you might get one other team in
Boston.
in the East.
Yeah, you might get
Boston.
You might get Boston, Cleveland, and like Washington. That's about it. The rest of the cats, you know.
All right, so what do you guys think about that, Sarge? What do you think?
About the format?
Yeah.
I like it. More teams in it, more basketball, right?
So
It's the same.
You talking about the teams?
It's just no conferences now. It's just be the top.
It should be that way, right?
It should be that way. Top 16.
Based on your record. We
That's
keep
it.
getting every year. We keep getting the East teams that you know that ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, the Detroit.
Bad
I mean, but you never know. You might have it. You might have it.
In the history of the NBA, there has never been a team.
That's
lower.
not true.
No, they won.
Denver.
Denver beat Seattle.
They won. No. You let me finish. They went to the Eastern Conference Final. They won a series, maybe, but in the NBA, you know, at the beginning of the year who's going to be in the finals. You know, it ain't like the NFL where you can go from like worst to first. NBA ain't made like that because you ain't got the players.
That's the point of playing. You want to get the best record. You want to play. You don't want to be like, well, we got a better record than these guys, and but we're out.
The only thing I'll say is that they have to change the schedule, so you have to have a balanced schedule. You can't have like East play the West only one game. Like, you got to balance it out if you do it that way because everybody got to play everybody, you know, at least 2 or 3 times.
See, that's the part that's messed up. All right, D-Lo.
Yo.
You are taking part. Can we talk about what you've been doing on Tuesdays?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, so you've been taking part in some pretty cool situation, man. With Decademics.
Decademics, yes.
Hey man, shout out to Top Speed and you know, and the whole crew there, man.
Metronome, DJ
and
Knockout.
And then, all right, so how's it going, man?
I'm on the miles.
Man, it's great. It's intense. It definitely requires a lot of practice time. So I've been going in on Sundays, trying to get some extra turntable work in. It's a grind, you know. So I fully anticipate that I'm only going to get out what I put into it. However, I thought even before it I was pretty okay. So it's just been a very cool process that I probably wouldn't have envisioned 20 years ago, but just trying to be financially smart and create opportunities for myself. It's something I've got a passion for, and so I only want to build on what I was already doing.
Outstanding,
That's
man.
what's up, man. That's what's up.
Outstanding. And to me, I think it's cool. Like, you know what's funny? Like, when I was a young man, I was doing that stuff, and it's funny because I remember Jeezy went with me. Did you go with me 1 or 2 times?
Yeah.
And you were like, what is this what you do? I'm like, yeah. Like, you know, I'm just literally fading. He's like, what? So then Jeezy had like a flicker in his mind.
A thought bubble.
So he started doing some stuff, and he came back to me and he was like, "Hey man, this other guy I saw, he had lights and he had this and this and this," and I was like, "Yeah, he probably charged this much. Here's how much I charge." He's like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." You remember that?
Yeah. The more,
remember that conversation?
Yeah. I mean, this guy was charging like $4,000.
Right, but he had lights and all that.
Somebody's got to pay for that.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that. I was going in with personality, and fading ability.
Right.
And,
Waka waka waka.
Hey man, I was making that. Well, it wasn't cheesy like that though. Look, I got attitude. It wasn't cheesy like that, but And so anyway, man, and then now like I really don't even want to do it anymore. Like I enjoy being an MC. And for you heads out there, you hip hop heads, you understand what the difference between a DJ and an MC, is, right? So I enjoy being an MC that played music. I was a DJ. I can DJ. I can do all that, on the decks and the whatnot. But I enjoy more being an MC. And so, because it was just less pressure, that kind of thing. But, man, so I always look forward to guys, man, that are in there that can control and rock their party. I don't know what just happened, but something just happened in the game that was pretty amazing.
How much they lose by?
Yeah, somebody hit a.
Cavs won by.
Somebody
Cavs
hit
won.
One of the Celtics hit a three that would have tied the game, but they were just out of time.
Kyrie missed.
Oh, did he?
It was Kyrie that shot
All
it?
right.
Hey, so
From this angle, it looked like it went in, but it was too late.
yeah, that's hilarious.
Gotcha.
All right, so hey man, I tell you what, shout out to your, to what you're doing, that kind of thing. You got any upcoming shows or whatever?
Upcoming shows, we've got the Indy 15 music session this week. So on Thursday, I'll be back with another edition of it. The following week, of course, we got the Heavy Hitters radio show, and then a week from this coming Sunday, we've got another I&3 hip hop show. So that's kind of what's on the docket. Got some gigs mixed in there somewhere, and who knows what else we'll be creative and do. So,
well, I'll say this, man. Once Jeezy is looking to invest in a farm, well, not a farm, with a barn. So we will be looking for an official DJ for them weddings, and so I will be looking you up to make you the official DJ of Legacy Barns. Coming soon, coming 2018, bro.
Is that the name of it?
Legacy Barns, man. Legacy Farms. Legacy Farms is coming soon, man. It's gonna be barn weddings or all kind of events, man. Coming soon, 2018.
Can I post that? I'm gonna be the official DJ of
you can book it. You can book
Farms.
it. Legacy Farms, man. Coming soon, bro.
All right.
2018. That is not fake news. That is happening. Because this bartending game is getting too real, though. I'll be missing on too much money.
I believe that.
Hey, all right, so Sarge, what should we do during the national anthem?
Anthem.
Am I saying it?
Anthem is insurance.
Anthem at NFL football games from a veteran's perspective.
For me, I'm going to stand, but for you, it's what you believe in.
So let me ask you this, Sarge. Do you feel like it's more about your constitutional right as opposed to what's more? I had to say disrespectful, but disrespectful to a veteran. Is it disrespecting the Constitution or the flag?
I think everybody's making it out to be the flag. Is what it's being disrespectful to.
Well, I'm saying,
I think that was I see you upset, but I think that's what we were talking about earlier. That's what's being portrayed on what we watch on the news every day. That's what is leading everybody to do. So, I think that's what a lot of people believe because we've lost the message. What it is about. So that's became about the flag to me.
But isn't the Constitution more important than the flag?
Absolutely.
Isn't that what veterans? I mean, I'm not a veteran, but isn't that what the veterans go fight for, to uphold the rights of the Constitution?
They do. I think the flag to the veterans represents that. Though.
Represents the Constitution.
Correct.
I mean, but at the same point, this is the only thing with me. if we're going to be mad about players kneeling, then we have to be mad about all disrespects of the flag because we certainly shouldn't have flag napkins for the holidays because we're balling up and we're throwing away replicas of the flag. And if we're going to respect the flag, then I think we have to respect it across the board. Technically, we're not supposed to be wearing clothes that are the American flag.
I have some flag shorts. I have flag shorts.
You're disrespectful.
And they're bullshit. No, I'm not.
But I'm just saying, so I think you
I'm
got to
in
respect
check
the
like a
rules
mug right now.
across the board. So if
I'm
you're
in
going to be
check.
offended,
Good job.
if you're going to be offended about players kneeling, I think you've got to be offended by all instances where the flag is being used improperly.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Well,
Even me, I'm not.
I mean, it's funny. Like America have a great way of forgetting our history. Like during Vietnam, the flag was ultimately burned. Like every time you turn on TV, it was like a flag burning because people was protesting.
It's been burned since 1865.
1865. We talked about it last week on the show. So I think what happens is now that we live in a. I don't know if it's like a Mandela effect.
Because
like,
we are too connected.
We are way too connected.
All right,
like,
so Sarge, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Thoughts on as far as
Everything we were talking about. So I mean, this cat's burning the flag. Of course, that's wrong.
absolutely.
And then, it's a situation where we're so connected because, you know what, man? All right, check this out. So like in the Vietnam War. Like my uncle fought in the Vietnam War.
my dad was in Vietnam.
And then and my grandfather fought in World War II. And when they came home, they got no love, man.
Yep.
Like they got no love from people in the United
spit on.
States.
It was spit
no
on.
No way. Here's something else. Here's something else I'm gonna ask you. All right. So now here's something else. And so. There was a situation where like my stepdad, man, was on his way to the airport to go for his second tour, and he was like up on 16th Street, like 16th and over by like where the baseball players used to play over there, 16th and Riverside, and he asked for a hamburger, like he didn't have any money yet. For some reason, I'm not sure why. He didn't have any money. He asked for a hamburger, and they called the police on him. And he's literally on his way to the airport to fly out, for his second tour. And I thought about that, and I was like, man, that's just a mess. And so when all these guys came home, it was a mess. Now, flash forward to this. In World War II. It was the United States. It was actually the USSR. It was Russia, and some other state and some other countries against Germany, Italy, and Japan. Like Germany, Italy, and Japan were the Axis, and then America was part of the Allies. Now, part of Germany, and Germany was the ones that started it, they were the ones that had the iron crosses, they had the swastikas, and they were against the United States. Now, true enough, Japan were the ones that had the big balls enough to attack the United States. What's the reason that it's okay to be a person that enjoys the swastika or believes in Heil Hitler or believes in the Iron Cross like those guys down in Charlottesville? Why is it okay to be in the United States? And like our president said, there were very fine people on both sides, right? Why is it okay to cheer for them, I guess, for lack of a better word, and not think it's okay to fight against oppression in the United States? And that's a very tough question for you.
It is.
That's a very tough question. I apologize, but I got nothing but love for you, but I know you're the one that can handle it.
Oh.
So if you want to break it down like this. Is it okay for us to fly the Iron Cross and the swastika in the United States?
That's tough for me. I don't understand why people do it personally.
Okay.
We fought those guys, like you said, in World War II. They were the enemy.
They were
all
the
of us.
Right.
So I don't understand the rationale behind it. I don't
It's
get
silly,
it.
right.
I can't speak for the people. I guess I've never been around the people who want to fly something.
No,
like
you,
that. So-
yeah, that's right. You have not. Yeah, you for sure have not.
So I don't know. I think constitutionally, I guess we say people are allowed to believe what they want to, but at the same time,
right.
I don't know.
Constitutionally, we believe that people can believe what they want to believe,
Yep.
which means they can say they can throw their hands up, they can fly the iron crosses, they can do the swastikas, and we're like, yeah, they're okay. You know, they're okay people.
Well, I don't know if people are saying they're okay, but
Yeah, I mean,
Besides the president.
like constitutionally, you have the right to fly that flag in front of your house. I ain't gotta like it, I ain't gotta agree with it, but you have that right. And I think that's where we get to the point where, as people forget that you got the right to hate me if you want to. I don't care. You got the right to do that. You got the right to say whatever you want to say. I mean, I like it, but also I have the right to put these hands on you too.
Yeah, there's some weeks for sure we walk out here and I do not like you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think like I am for, like, somebody told me for a while when it was like civil rights, and this made me kind of change my mind with the whole gay agenda and everything. But somebody was like, if you're not,
You say gay agenda?
the gay thing,
we
the
for
gay.
sure taking a moose turn.
Yeah. But no, with the whole, what I'm saying, like, civil rights cover everything civil. It's just not like against black people. It's civil rights is everything civil. So you can't be for civil rights over here and not be for civil rights over here, because it's all civil rights. So they kind of changed my mind. I was like, you know what? I got to be for the fair treatment of everybody, no matter whatever your religion, creed, sexuality, whatever you choose to. I got to be for you because it's civil rights. I can't be like, yeah, I want civil rights for me, but I don't want it for you. That ain't fair. So just like I can't be for the Constitution over here because it suits me, and then be like, nah, I don't want that flag flying over. You have the right to do it. You have the right. So constitutionally, you have the right. And I can't be mad. I can't say it should be a law that they can't do that, because then where do you draw the line? That's always the question. Where do you draw the line?
yeah.
What?
Yes, you're right. Hey, so I had another question for you. All right, so I asked you another one. All right, so as far as kneeling and all that is concerned, all right, so as far as kneeling for the flag, we know that it's not kneeling for the flag or the national anthem. It is a strict protest against
Police
brutality and that kind of thing. So what's the reason that there's such an issue with so many people in the United States?
The issue the people have with kneeling?
Yes.
Probably just a tradition, I guess. For me, like I said, I can only speak for me, but for me, what the flag represents is the dream for everybody, the goal for freedom and equality for everybody. I mean, we ain't there, but we're trying to get there. That's what I believe. You know, I know about our history. Things ain't right. We've had some things going on in history, but I think we've got to move towards that. That's the end goal to me. That's what that represents to me.
See, I think why people are upset about it is because they let the talking heads on TV
A lot of that.
dictate the message behind it. It's like I said, we got off message. Like if the message was always they doing this because, then I think more people will understand. But when people get on TV and they constantly say disrespect the flag, disrespect the flag, disrespect the flag, disrespect the flag. So what happens is subliminally you like they disrespecting the flag, and so you totally ain't even worried about the message. You worried about the act and not the cause, the reason. So as long as you get off message, as long as the media keep pushing you on message, then that's what happens.
I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I just wish they would, like you said, Colin Kaepernick wasn't at that meeting today. I don't understand why the ESPN and all these other guys, why ain't they got him on TV, letting him talk and letting him spread his message? Does he not want to do it, or does ESPN don't really want him to talk because they want to keep the controversy? I don't know.
That's amazing, and you're absolutely right. And now he's messed up. Now he's totally messed up by bringing this lawsuit, which probably wasn't his idea, but now he's brought this lawsuit against him. So now it's really ridiculous. So he's not going to play anymore for sure. So his new job is to be activist and try to make money off of being an activist.
Yeah, so
Maybe so.
Man, hey, I tell you what, man. Today's show has been absolutely amazing. And folks, you know what? We didn't even get into the fact that there is sex trafficking going on.
We're too busy.
At an alarming rate.
We're too busy worrying about other stuff.
At an alarming. What the heck?
What you say?
Facebook. That's all everybody wants to look at. Facebook.
We're too busy.
There's sex trafficking going on at an alarming rate, and there's what's called Backpage.com. And folks, you know what? I don't want you to look at it, but holy cow!
Yeah, women selling booty, doc.
There's all kind of stuff.
Harvey
going
Weinstein,
on.
because one there had no problem.
There's all kind of bad news going on in that area.
But is it bad news? Is it bad news? If you selling?
Yes.
If you're a woman.
No. You know what? No. You know what? I apologize. I love you. I love
why you cut me off?
Absolutely. Exactly. I love you, but I'm gonna cut you off right now because here's the reason.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the women on there selling booty. I'm talking about the fact that there are children on there getting sold. There are 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls getting sold on there for sex. That's the part I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the women saying, hey, you know what, I'm an escort, blah, blah, blah.
I think the people should get caught, and they should be like literally public,
and
castration.
And real quick, I'm gonna tell you. Here's what they do. You know what they do? So what they've done is that the back page people say, we're not the ones in trouble because all we're doing is providing a forum. These people that are posting on it, they're the ones that are sick. But what's happening is these people are saying, if you want an escort, hit this number. If you want a pretty woman on your arm, hit this number. And that's the issue. And I think it's sickening.
Well, they see Backpage is taking a page, pun intended, from Craigslist. Like Craigslist went on, and once Craigslist got so big, they deleted that whole section off their platform. Like that's not even a tab on that platform. But they're huge now, so it's like it don't even matter. Backpage is still kind of growing.
Well, no, they have what's called Backpage.com. And by the way, I can tell you, Moose was a victim. Moose was a victim of Backpage.com years and years and years ago. Now, I don't know, you know what? And here's what's weird about it. Am I a victim when it says, oh, you know what? I love Moose, and I saw him in this kind of shirt and this kind of tie.
And encounters?
Yeah, well, no, it was somebody that was in a room where I was at, and they wanted me, and they on Backpage they wrote.
Yeah, it's called Missed Encounters.
That's ridiculous. That's weird and ridiculous.
But sometimes it works. They want to get your attention. They don't know your names. They'll give you a description where you was at. And hope that you read it. Like I was throwing up in my mouth. It makes no sense. What's the odds of me even reading this stuff?
I was throwing up in my mouth. And here's the thing: when somebody else saw it and they told me, I was like, "Why are you looking at that?"
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, that's essentially what happens. Because like you can go on there and maybe Ron can pull one of them up. And read it'll say, I saw you last week at the show, and you had like some triple D's, but you got away from me because we didn't know that.
Did you type that?
We tried to invite you to the bar, but you never showed up.
Were you typing that?
No, I'm just saying that would be what you would write down on the back page.
Look, sign CO.
Sign, right.
Cloud over.
Okay, right. Right. Yes. You was at an event. And we gave you the mic, and you had like some triple D's, and you just like walked away. We didn't get no contact information.
Sign CO.
Sign DG.
So, against my better judgment, I went to Misconnections. It's called Misconnections.
Yeah, Misconnections, all right.
So,
against my better
this headline is "My loins are yours" with hearts.
Hey.
So then there's a picture of this lady. She's looking for Bradley. They met on PokeCam and spent a few hours chatting. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Did you say PokeCam?
Yes. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to know. My computer started having issues and we got disconnected. Please contact me ASAP so we can finish what we started.
PokeCam. I'm not going to PokeCam.
She is 38 and her loins belong to Bradley.
And she's a bad-looking chick.
I know. She's kind of pretty, like, girl.
Catfish.
Did she show her loins?
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Bradley is for you, my dear.
Y'all missed it, man. I almost had Ron said chick. She went half,
Did I?
She went halfway and said girl.
Look, I didn't even notice.
Hey, so all right, so
Stop.
all right, so
now I'm
all right,
intrigued.
all right, so listen, guys. All right, here's the thing. We got to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
We definitely got.
Shaved head with leg band tats.
Oh God.
Read that. Hold on.
Oh God.
This is awesome. This is gonna be a segment on the show where Ron reads Mr. Counters.
Yes, I'm on board.
Yes.
with that.
Yes. This is
All right.
the segment.
Oh, this guy is from LA Fitness. I might know this person. Girlfriend, I might. Oh, man, male for male.
Oh wow. Read this one,
Sir,
okay.
I might be able to help you out. Let's see. You're the older muscle dude, shaved head.
You gonna help who out?
Moose.
The person who wrote this.
He's not. Don't say Moose.
The older
Moose
bald
doesn't
head
have
guy.
leg. Moose doesn't have leg tats. Okay,
Go ahead.
You're the older muscle dude, shaved head, really great leg tats. One is a band design. You always work out hard. Saw you. I cannot. Okay, saw you a few times there, and I'm always too nervous to say what's up or compliment your physique. See you leave sweaty. I'd be honored to give you the best BJ or rub down that you've ever had after you work out. That's what it says. Anyone would admire your
blushing.
awesome body.
And it's a dude.
I'm a good-looking, younger, normal, curious gay, but definitely curious about what you'd look and sound and taste like blowing a load. That's what it says. I cannot.
Yo,
This is real.
This is a new segment on the show.
Load.
We have music. We have music.
Wait. Here's what I gotta do. I gotta end this show. Right?
Okay, to be continued.
And if you want, we can go like 30 minutes with this kind of goofy
Yes.
stuff.
No. This is just we good right there. This two, but we gotta have music. We gotta put some production behind this. This is great.
It's mattress talk for sure. I tell you what, if you just wanna, let me see.
No, I just want to point out how how Run EMC turned into a red bone reading that. Like,
Some
Could
of these
you tell us
headlines are
All right.
uncomfortable.
So are you ready for another one, Ron? We got one more, and then we're gonna shut the show down. All right, wait. Here we go. I tell you, you keep looking. We're gonna give you an intro.
I can't hear it.
You know, with the.
I want to hear it.
Hey, what's up, folks? It's the Heaviest Radio Show, and this is what we call
Miss
Mattress Talk.
Mattress Talk.
We got the one and only Run EMC reporting
With the missed encounters.
All right, so this
missed encounters.
is from a man to a woman, and she's the beauty at the Brownsburg Walmart yesterday.
That might have been me.
You're not a woman.
Oh, that's true.
To this beautiful blonde woman I saw at Walmart Brownsburg yesterday around 3:30 p.m. You were pushing a cart, wearing a skirt and ankle boots in stockings area. You weren't wearing stockings, but you had the most beautiful legs I've ever seen. I'll admit it got my attention. But when I finally could see your face and your eyes, they kept his attention.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I wanted to walk.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? They kept it?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it says.
You had the most beautiful legs.
But her face and eyes kept his attention.
Okay.
Okay.
At a time.
Anyway, I wanted to walk right up to you and say that you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in person.
But I was with my wife.
But I didn't want to offend you, and yeah, it would have been just a bit creepy. Haha.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on this website where you may not ever see it.
Well, you would probably never see it.
Yeah.
So I moved about my business. I'll bet you get it all the time, and men can be unpleasant about it. But if you see this, just know someone thought all about you and will remember you always respectfully.
Oh, that was weak.
I doubt this is where you are looking, but if you are, now you know.
Now you know.
I need something more scuzzy.
Okay, let me. Like this one that says pineapples, I shaved and fucked you, male for male.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm never gonna say yes when you say
No, we've been.
pineapples, male
Oh,
for male.
stop.
I
Let me read it.
We're gay friendly.
Let me read it.
We are gay friendly, but
Ready? So this pineapples, in case I didn't make that clear enough earlier.
and pineapples means what, D-Lo?
Pineapples is the heavy hitter's safe word.
Cover
Which
your
means
children's ears.
cover your children's ears. There's something
Yes.
about to happen.
All right, so this is male for male, and this took place at one of the male's homes. Okay, I shaved and fucked you. I shaved your balls and fucked you at your place downtown. You, late 20s or 30s, furry me shaved head older bro type. That's what it says. Lost your email. Oh, let's do it again. If this isn't you, but you think it sounds hot, send me a note and we'll see if we can connect.
So that means obviously he don't even have dude number.
So he don't even,
No,
he
he
lost
lost.
his name.
He lost
your
his.
balls.
He shaved his balls, but he lost his email address, and that's the only way he can get in touch
He
with
doesn't know
him.
his email address or name or nothing.
Facebook, nothing.
Oh my gosh!
It just shows a gay man
I
or
have
just
a way to contact every woman who's ever shaved my balls.
guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I just-
Folks, I tell you what, man.
This has
Heavy
been
Hits
Mr.
Radio
Counters.
Show. We have stumbled upon something that we think can be a great gem. It's not something that we obviously look at all the time,
Right.
but I tell you what, and real quick, I know we joked about it, but on a serious note, sex trafficking is a serious situation, especially on the coast, where there's water and there's kind of things like that. Please understand that there are ladies and there are little girls that are being snatched up all over our country and sold around the country. I tell you what, if you're one of those freaks, man, that likes those children, somebody needs to cut your balls off. Pineapples. Look, I said it after that because I want to let you know that you need to have your balls cut
Well,
off.
real quick, man, if you
Well
want to know sick
appreciated.
people,
Castration.
come down to 36 East Market Street, man. Heavy Here's got a special treat for you.
Yeah.
Man. We welcome you to the show. We got a special treat for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
man, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, we got that. Hey, so you know what? So look, people, please pay attention. And here in Indiana, we had we had two young girls that were killed.
In Delphi, right?
Up in Delphi, and you know what? We're still looking for those killers. You know what? We the killer. We definitely want to find him.
I believe he was found in Colorado.
Yeah, well, no,
I'm not sure.
There wasn't that
It
guy.
wasn't that guy.
It wasn't that guy. He was a person of interest, but it wasn't that guy. But we're still looking for him. I know that Sarge has daughters. Jeezy has daughters. D-Lo has daughters, man. And you know what?
Yeah, man.
We don't mess around with that.
No, we don't.
We don't mess around
Not
with that.
even a little
And by the way, I had young sons. Which were back when they were little. Were in danger as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so so we definitely don't mess with that. So, hey, Heaviest Radio Show. I know we're a lot of times we're pretty goofy, man, but sometimes we have a good message, and the message is right now. So pay attention to your youngsters. All right, hey, are you guys ready to sign off, man?
Yeah, man, we are where you
It's
are.
about time, man. Hey, so I tell you what, man. Heaviest Radio Show. We are so proud to have had BT.
BT.
We are so proud to have BT
Right.
in our house tonight, man. He joined us till his phone went dead. And then we also got the Sarge, man.
Sarge, man, come back, man.
My good friend. He's a great.
Thank you for your
service.
service.
He's a great.
Definitely, yeah.
He's a great addition to the show. I've been trying to tell him for years. He's like, it's funny. He's so quiet too. Hey, you want to hand him the thing? He's so quiet. What were you going to say,
I
Sarge?
said I'll be back. It's a good time.
Yeah, we're
Glad
good.
you guys
man.
had me.
Good, man. Good.
Well, I got to listen to the show on the way down here, and you sounded great. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Outstanding, man. So, Sarge, we definitely appreciate you. I got nothing but love for you, by the way. You're my brother.
And welcome, D-Lo. Welcome.
Man.
Surprise.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you
Special guest
something.
D-Lo Green.
No, I got much love for D-Lo because
Yeah,
he was doing some
man, big stuff, man.
he was doing some interviews or not interviews, but some he was giving some information out to us. So I appreciate you, man. Because
Hey,
if I don't do it, it's you.
All I want to know is this, man. When you drop the DJ, I'm not paying attention. But when you drop the DJ D-Lo Green album, man, I just want to say like Clue. I just want to be the guy in the background say D-Lo.
do I have to pay you for that?
Hey, man,
I
I'm
gotta
trying
keep
to
my
throw,
overhead low.
What are you doing? Let me throwing those away, man. What you doing?
Hey, so what's up? So during
What's he
my
doing?
time away, have we switched to
okay.
a Pi
Maybe
5
nerve.
menu? Is this what we do now?
Well,
I
let me
heard
throw
Pi
stuff
5 on
away,
the show
man.
last week.
Yo, it is-
Check those, man.
Those just have crust in them.
It is
Check it, man. Check it, man. I don't know about this
Moose is
dude.
upset about that. But anyway,
Man, I don't know about that dude,
High
man.
five must be awfully good.
duh, it is.
Caused the whole ruckus.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you, man.
Until he
That's
saw
all
that there was nothing in the box.
right. Hey, man, check it, man. Yeah, look. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. I live right here, man. You kidding me? Look, I'm throwing it in the alley right there.
Moose was like, check it.
No, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm sorry, guys.
What time do they close?
Hey, 11.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, right now. Hey, guys, check this out, man. It's Moose again, Big House, man. Infonavigator's radio show. Remember, no, before that,
damn.
it's A-Jeezy. It's A-Jeezy. We got Run, E-M-C. Man, we got D-Lo.
Welcome,
D-Lo. D-Lo G, man. We got the Sarge, man. Cloud Overclass working tonight, man. He was busy. And by the way, he had one of the best posts on Instagram ever, by the way. He's like, you know what? I think this is a selfie. And it was a picture of an overcast day.
That was dope.
It was dope,
That
man.
was dope.
It made me happy. Like, I smiled. I definitely smiled. And you know what I'm going to do next week, right? Is that cool? Next week? Matter of fact, I might even just get on there and just name all the new people that have followed us. Holy cow.
Yeah.
We got so many new people that followed us, man. It's pretty amazing. So I want to shout out them too. So what I may do is I may get on there and say, hey, you know what? We're going to shout you out next week. So next week we're going to shout out our new people. Hey, remember, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We are where you are.
So get comfortable.
And come on in. Yeah, man.
One of them men is so ferocious. Don't worry about it. The disciples are now
Protein's good for you,
aware
ladies.
of the fact that my kung fu is unbeatable. Brother, we trap Shaolin here. You must take command. Don't resist. You are a traitor. Avenge Master Death. I rely on you.
That's when my heart turned cold. I'm a product of the block. We used to cook the product in the pot, add soda, turn the product into rock. It's in my DNA. You see, it started with my pops. In his heyday, he probably put your father in the box. In my heyday, I probably put the product in my sock. Ain't no vacate. The props become a problem when it's hot. Mayday, mayday, but no charge. I'm nutty with the bars. That's a payday. So, bruh, this ain't even a bar. This is AA. Back up in the trunk with the AK. Each line pack a fabulous punch. No diss to Ray J. Nah, see, I don't dab and I don't nay-nay. Got bottles coming out. Warriors come out and play, eh? Just know I'm grade A, get a slice of bread. Okay, some hoods love me, someone like me dead. Okay, my goon hungry, his eyes is red, but he clumsy, go oops upside your head.
We at Dro and Poet suckers, Range Rovers flood up the rucker. Me 1,000 chains on, I got put on with luck. Evergreen baggies, selling capsules, running the classroom. Slick bastards getting cream, yelling cash rule. Smell like Pacquiao, but under the leather, hold a Mac 1-0, pumping up in 1 Oak, the Grammy hour. Coke chemist, taste the flow is numb, knees and copper rum, blunt off the get back, salute me, then one, I'm out, off to the races. My blazers ain't patient, they want to spray shit, get elephant blown for stalking race shit. Jammies carry nitrogen, light up a session like I'm on Vicodin. Fuck with the righteous men and we fighting it. Yeah. The rebels is here, medals and gear, getting fried off a medical, that's incredible. The flyers, the most notorious, why is half of those liars off niggas' heads like papayas.
Yo, before I volley, red light in the Bob Molly, so I can cipher God bodies from the John Gottis. Everybody a boss saying they time's money. Women injections leave them with the odd bodies. Babies having babies, wearing old